Opie and Anthony, XM 202.
Shut up!
I'm scum because I'm a shapely European blonde.
Anthony.
Jesus, we are just whores.
James Norton.
Look at this face. How do you not love it and want to kiss it?
E-Rock.
Sex Bagel here on the radio with you.
Sex Bagel. It's the Opie and Anthony show.
And Sex Bagel gets hit with poker chips.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Sex Bagel stinks. They're trying to bring that name back. The whole crew is trying to get that name to stick again.
Well, some other radio show named him Sex Bagel.
Yep.
E-Rock. It's E-Rock.
It's E-Rock now.
Which isn't much better. And that's coming from someone named Opie, so I'll acknowledge that. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony show.
Good morning.
Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Jimmy.
Well, that's what that was.
What happened?
I don't know, a little plastic piece. I found it on my keyboard, so I flicked it away. I flicked it, and I realized it's part of the bushing for this microphone, so I best just not touch it.
So your microphone could fall on your lap?
At any moment. Imminent danger. How exciting on a Monday. That's what I say.
What did we do to deserve breakfast this morning?
It smells wonderful in here.
I know
Jimmy will ruin that in a second.
Yeah, Jimmy's got a little stomach bug.
Smells like nice breakfast and everything. I'm sure it's just going to smell like a dead rat innards.
I got a sour stomach.
Sour?
You got a sour stomach.
Sour stomach. Are you gurgling, percolating inside? Is it
Cramping and feeling
cramping?
Yeah.
You got the cramps?
Yeah.
Want a Midol?
I don't get it that often.
Yeah. Poor Jimmy.
You look a little, dumpy. No, you look miserable, to be honest with you.
You look a little...
I didn't know what word I wanted to go with. Sour. You look a little sour. You look like you just bit into a lemon. You're all sour.
Oh, it's the sour stomach.
Oh, we got to say hi to Basil Teas. These guys come in from time to time and cook breakfast for the crew. I don't know what we did to deserve this, but I'm happy you're here. It's Stephen Farley, executive chef, and his pal there from Basil Teas. That's Tom's River, right? Hooper Avenue, Tom's River, Basil Teas, doing breakfast for everybody today.
Nice.
Thank you. How was everyone's weekend?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah?
I had like an old school weekend where I actually went out and drank. I was drinking with Danny.
Did you just say an old school weekend going out and drinking?
Yeah. I don't do that anymore.
The drinking or the going out?
Both, really. I do drink occasionally, and usually it has ill effect on me these days. God, I used to be able to just drink all the time.
Yeah.
Used to drink all the time. It's great. But, yeah, I had fun. Went out, hung out at that Friday night, had a little thing at Bar 9 over there. A few of Ron and Fez's people.
That was the place to go back in the day.
Yeah. Now it's a little different. Like, we used to go back there, and it was really like dirtbag central.
Right.
And
a lot of dirty couches that couples were having sex on only a few hours ago.
Slow down. They're still there. But
oh, the couches are still there?
Yeah. But, like, the people now are a little more yuppified.
Right.
Yeah, they come in with, like, little sports jackets on and stuff. And it was all dirtbags. And my brother's band used to play up there.
Sure.
And we all used to get up. And then me,
it was a great
Stephen
dive
Lynch,
bar.
Jay Moore. We used to get up there and just, like, blast out songs and get drunk and everything. Yeah, they kind of got a little yuppified.
That whole area of the city's getting a little...
Yeah.
A little...
So Eastside Dave was completely drunk from Ron and Fez's show and just dumped hot wax from the candle on his arm and started doing that woman scream he does when he's in pain.
Yeah.
And then poured his drink on it, and he's just a mess. I've never seen someone drink so much, ever.
He's always on, right?
Yeah, he's like always... He orders two like Jack and Cokes at a time, and then forgets he has them, so orders two more, and then he'll keep drinking like four at a time, to where at the end of the night he was laying down like slumped on one of the couches trying to eat potato chips, and it wasn't a bit or anything. He'd take the potato chip, put it up about 6 inches from his mouth, with his eyes all half shut, and he's weaving, and he would drop the chip on his chest and start chewing. Like, well, just in case I got it in my mouth, I better chew or I'll choke. Just a mess. But it was fun. Me and Danny having a nice drunk talk, and just had a good time.
That's awesome.
Went out, and then got home, watched a lot of movies and stuff like that, but also got an email I had a lot of fun with. It was that stupid, you have your bank sends you an email, and I do a lot of online banking, and you get an email from your bank that says, alert over some kind of illegal usage of your account. Your account is now blocked. Please click on the link below and fill out this information, and we will make sure we get you up and running again.
It wasn't from your bank, was it?
I'm like, yeah, right away. I went yeah, okay, let me see where it takes me. So you click on the link, and the first thing is you get HTTP instead of HTTPS, which is the secure server that the bank is on.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know that. There'd be an S after it?
There'll be an S after that when you go to a banking site, because anything you say to the bank at that point is under secure encrypted server. So right away I noticed that. And then you notice it's not even Bank of America or anything. It's just whatever bank it is. It's not even a bank. It's like just numbers and letters, and it's like the link is 10 feet long in your browser window. So, and they wanted me to give them, and they always, like, the legitimate bank will send you messages every so often that go, we will never ask you for your PIN numbers, your account numbers, or anything. So if you get anything like that, it's fake.
And even though they send that stuff out, people still...
they fall for it like crazy.
Yeah.
Like crazy. So I filled the entire form out, not so much with my account number as with talking about certain parts of their mother's anatomy and what they should do with it. So I filled the whole thing. Like my password happened to be something that is best left for dad to do to mom.
You put hit your mother?
Yes. I just filled the whole thing out like really the most rank, disgusting, rude things that they could do with their mothers.
That's really funny.
And sent it on its way. So hopefully they had a little fun reading that.
Well, when I get the junk email, I respond to it, but I'm thinking they don't even get your response anymore, do they?
I don't know. Someone I think would have to check it to see if...
Because I lose my mind and just write the most horrific things just praying that they're reading it.
Oh, the Nigerian scams?
It's more like...
Oh, if they ban the N-word, I'm screwed.
Lately, the drug companies got into the Blackberries because I'm getting like Cialis and Viagra, but it's all spelled differently and all weird. The time. This was blocking all that crap for the longest time, but they're finally getting through.
They figured out
I would write horrific things back, and I'm just praying that it hurts their feelings in some level, but it doesn't. They're used to all this.
No,
crap.
they're used to it. You know, that's why I try to do it as nasty as possible. Like maybe if one person, like it gets to them on some level, like maybe his mom just died. And there I am talking about how she's just been abused by various ethnic types and just like reamed to the point of just ridiculousness. That maybe that'll upset them. You know what they're doing though with the emails, because I've noticed a lot of spam emails that I'm getting these days, a lot for like stock tips. You go to one friggin' stock page, and I don't even know, I don't put my email address on there. Somehow they just know that you went there. So now it's a bunch of stock stuff, and they'll use a graphic now instead of printed text. So if your email picks up printed text with words like quote or stock or stuff, and you've been spamming that, or like you said, Cialis or Viagra, it filters it out. But now they make a graphic. So it's not really text. It's a picture that has all that written on it. So there's no way to really block it. So I just hit, spam, report it to spam, but you still get them. I get more than well over half my email is spam.
Or forwards from people, all this nonsense forwards. Someone's supposed to send you a video.
When you see 5 forwards in before who actually, what the subject is or who sent it, it's just the worst. And it's like, look how funny this is. Just scroll down 8 feet until you get to the punchline.
You know what? My own family sends that crap, and I curse them out. I'm like, stop sending me this
I don't care who it's from.
Oh, yeah, I don't care anymore either.
Right on the spam list, all of them.
Stop sending me this crap.
Stop. It's not funny. First of all, I've seen it. Anything you've sent me, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's our jobs to see this stuff.
We troll through it.
So, an aunt or an uncle sending one of these things, I mean, hello, you're late to the party.
Look how funny this is. Oh, my God.
You got a nephew that this is our whole job is to just search for this dumb stuff to make people giggle in the morning. That's our job, to make people giggle.
Grand Theft Auto, New Orleans, with the black guy pushing the other black guy in the wheelbarrow.
That's horrific.
Oh, boy. And I just can't see the looter. But one more time, and I just might drop dead from laughter with the Heineken in his hand.
See, this is our job, to search out stuff. I guarantee a few of you people saw this already, but most have not. Today, there's a video that's going to be on your news of 2 kids smoking pot. They're 2 and 5 years old, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 and 5 years old. These savages getting, I don't know if it's their own kids or their sister's kids or, do we have that story yet? We're going to get it in a few minutes, but basically there's a video out there of 2 kids getting high at 2 and 5 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. That is...
Did they arrest the kids?
Well, they should have. Believe me. Might help for the future. Believe me, I saw the video and I was like, oh, okay.
It was kind of, but it was kind of creepy that the kids knew how to hold the joint.
Of course they did.
They were
of course they did.
I guess they watched Daddy all day long, or quote Daddy, whoever the quote Daddy is at the time.
Dude, it was like watching a clip from Menace to Society. There he is.
There it is.
There's the little guy, and they blur his face out. Like you'd be able to tell.
Look, here's 2 kids. It's going to be everywhere. 2 kids just smoking pot on TV this morning.
And the guys are laughing.
Oh, they're just thinking it's the funniest thing. Back in the day at the fraternity house, we'd blow some pot smoke in a dog's face. We thought we were hilarious.
Nothing funnier than a stone dog.
And outrageous and on edge, and being edgy, I mean. But this is just shoot these people. All of them. Firebomb the entire house. I don't think we're going to get any scholars from that household anytime soon.
Computer genius telling me I shouldn't open the link.
You want to go to
Apparently.
PA? Tim, what's up?
Tim, how you doing there, Tim?
Hey, listen, you shouldn't even go to those links because a lot of times they'll send a cookie, and once they know that you exist, they'll just keep targeting you.
That's all right. I wiped everything out afterwards. I believe me, I got fire extinguishers in my computer.
Well, that's probably why you're getting so much spam boost, because they know you're out there. They're like, oh, there's an easy victim. All right, punch down.
My cookies. I like cookies. I like Nilla wafers and ginger snaps.
I send back some harsh stuff. Like when I get the banking information for name, I put wouldn't you like to know.
Oh, that'll show them.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Address, mind your own Beeswax Avenue. I don't take prisoners.
Oh, I'm on to you.
I'm on to you.
Are you?
Sour Stomach USA.
I like when it says sex and you just put yes. It's a little racy, but
often. Matt on Long Island, what's up?
Hey, I was at Jimmy's show this weekend.
In Poughkeepsie?
Yeah, he killed as always.
Of course.
Thank you.
Friday night, there was this ass who just kept talking during the show, and Jimmy very politely told him that, dude, just be quiet. They're gonna toss you. Over my shoulder, I see Kenny stand up like the enforcer with his leather jacket.
Yeah.
Walking over and just observing like he's looking for the go-ahead from Swayze to kick him in the face in Roadhouse.
I had a table of 8 women leave on Saturday night. It was awful.
Was it because of your material, sir?
It was one of the best shows I've had in years, and they just keep talking. And so the one woman, her shirt's kind of open, so I comment. The only reason I'm tolerating your babbling is because I can kind of almost see your...
You know what?
And her friend goes, she's a breast cancer survivor.
Oh, great.
Which...
Okay, and you said...
Please tell me you said something so horrific.
He's Jimmy Norton.
Please tell me you said one for the ages.
It was something. No, it wasn't that bad. It was something like, well, I'm happy for you, but that's bad for my show. Basically, that she should have died. I didn't hit her too hard because she didn't say it. No, I couldn't because she didn't say it. It was
you
her
should have
friend.
picked up the comedy sledgehammer and give her a good whack.
Well, her friend, I attacked her friend pretty horribly. This middle 40s redhead who just wouldn't. They were awful. They all left. breast
She said at times like this, I wished it was contagious.
That sucks, though, man.
I didn't think of that because she didn't actually say it about herself.
Yeah.
I want to survive breast cancer. I don't want to attack her.
Why rag on her?
She was trying to keep peace. Like, oh, it's okay. She's just trying to, just.
What did the crowd do? Were they all like, all uncomfortable?
Out of their minds. They loved it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, 'cause there's one point she says about breast cancer again. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Why would you say that in a comedy show? I've been effing for 15 years. I don't have AIDS. I should get a standing ovation. And then half of them stood up. The obnoxious audience.
Well, that's our audience, then. That's why we love them.
Yeah, like you're backstage trying to come up with a cure.
Right.
What's your job? I'm a comic.
What do you want me to do? Here's a candle. Put that under the other half.
Pot smoking story. Here it is. Here's the kid smoking pot.
What police call repulsive images were captured on a seized camera. 2 little boys, ages 2 and 5, are being encouraged, officers call it badgered, into smoking a marijuana cigar.
26 years in the business, I've never seen anything quite like this at all.
Fort Worth police discovered the tape when their officers served a search warrant at the house in Watauga regarding 2 burglary suspects. The suspects are 18-year-old Van Swan Pulte and 17-year-old Demetrius McCoy. They now face multiple felony charges involving injury to a child, which could result in lengthy prison sentences for both young men.
Holy mackerel.
What is... whatever.
You know, it's so screwed up to be 2 anyway. Like,
right.
You don't know what's going on. Imagine being stoned when you're 2.
Yeah, 2, you can barely...
That's gotta be wild, man.
I was hanging with a 2-year-old this weekend. I had a little kid party, and they look like they're high the whole time.
Yeah, they completely act stoned.
They got the munchies the entire time. They're wobbling across the floor, picking up crazy objects that they can kill themselves with.
Yeah,
it's like they're on ecstasy or pot already.
Yeah, I think you let them smoke a little weed. What do? Get mellow? Go to sleep? Start looking at stuff real close?
I don't know.
Stand an inch away from the television, laughing at Dora the Explorer.
By the way, you don't have to wait for your local news to show the video. It's up on YouTube under kids smoking pot, I guess. Throw that in the search engine. It's on Google. It's on all the familiar video sites. It's really disturbing, man.
Criminals. A couple of thugs thinking they're being funny is what it is. Thinking they're a load of laughs. And getting little kids stoned.
And what are they thinking by, videotaping the thing? Like they're not going to get screwed for that?
Dude, you got to videotape it. I knew this one black guy went into a liquor store, like convenience store. It was owned by some Asians with another black guy. And the guy behind the counter said, I feel sorry for your mother. And shot him right there. Took the videotape and just showed it to all his friends. Yeah, I knew the guy.
You knew?
Yeah.
He was a friend of a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say hi to Christina in Brooklyn. Christina.
How you doing?
What's up?
Nothing. I have a joke for you guys.
Okay.
A joke. It's our joke time. Hey, it's 6:20 joke time.
So you were excited about this joke? Did you hear it over the weekend?
Yeah, I did it. Actually, I thought it was pretty funny.
And you couldn't wait to call the Opie and Anthony show, right?
Exactly.
All right. Let's hear your joke, Christina.
Hey, what do you call a black guy flying a plane?
Why would you do it?
This old gag. We've heard this before.
Maybe there's another twist.
The same thing you'd call a black guy who's driving a car, a black guy.
What do you call a black president?
Right. What do you call
a black Oscar winner?
What do you call? Right.
What do you call a black chef at a 5-star restaurant? What do you call a black Nobel Peace Prize winner?
Is this any different than what we're saying?
Are you kidding, Christina?
Is the punchline a surprise, or is this one we absolutely have heard 1,000 times?
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, this is why we have to just dumb our show down. If we have people out there listening that have heard that joke for the first time, then we really shouldn't try so hard with this radio show.
Well, that's good, yeah.
We really shouldn't try so hard. We should bring this down to like a 5th or 6th grade level.
But we
You
weren't.
guys act like I live in a freaking box.
We should just do poopy jokes all morning. Are you kidding me? Christina,
that is the oldest joke besides, the babysitting and the Velcro on the ceiling.
Do you realize that was the first joke told to me?
Yeah.
And a black guy told him.
And you just laughed and laughed and laughed, huh?
I thought it was pretty funny.
Wow. What do you do for a living?
I do web design.
What?
Does web design.
All right.
That's wonderful. That's fantastic.
All right, Christina.
Have a good day.
Well, everyone's
the strategy of having you click something 8 times to see it.
Everyone's answering you on instant feedback, so there you go.
Yeah.
They all heard the joke.
Know your joke. Jesus.
All right, thank you, Christina.
She's laughing her ass off.
Bye.
Bye.
She's having a ball.
Yeah.
Just loving that joke.
But that's what's depressing, and you're sitting here going, well, and we're supposed to talk about politics, and
how do you not?
And what Ann Coulter called John Edwards, or talk about,
that was a biggie,
or talk about Giuliani's son, or the possibilities of having a black or female president when we got people like Christina listening. Break out the fart joke book. That's what we should do today. All right, blah 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 blah. We got breakfast here.
Nice.
From Basil Tea, so we're going to get ourselves an omelet, and you sit there. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus is spreading. Get infected. Opie and Anthony!
Coming this Saturday. No, coming this weekend, right? Coming this weekend to the Saturday Night Virus, it's the return of Black Phillip with Patrice O'Neill. That's this Saturday from 9 p.m. to midnight on XM 202, The Virus.
Opie and Anthony, XM 202.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. It's a Monday. A Monday. Steven's got a case of the Monday. Yeah, it's the O&A virus spreading across America. Phone number 1-866-313-FREE. We have a bunch of things to discuss, and just before we came back from break, burping up coffee here today. Jimmy saw one of the things we were thinking about discussing, and he's like, I can't even talk. He can't even talk.
Couldn't even mention it. It's so disturbing to him. And believe me, I read this story yesterday and thought it was to me, too. Disturbing. No, it's not the children that were smoking weed. We had already discussed that a little bit. It's not the guy dismembering his wife. It's not... none of that is as disturbing as this.
Excuse me, can I go to instant feedback for a second? Someone needs attention. DJ, and I like DJ A Lightbulb from Post Whores. He had to write this 100 times because he thinks it's so funny. Hey, Hope, you had a kid party this weekend? How old is Lindsay now? Are you kidding me?
I like the obnoxious laugh.
Yeah, I got a young girlfriend for the new listeners. Dope. One time, maybe. We read all your instant feedback, trust me. You don't have to send it a million times like, God, this is a gem. I don't understand why he's not reading this. Well, I better send it again. Maybe there's a problem with the instant feedback today. And then he sits there. Oh, my God, he's still not mentioning this gem.
This gem.
Over and over again. Over and over and over again. No, it was my nephew Carson's birthday party out there in Southold. Way out on Long Island. Anyway, so we're talking about what? This Geico thing?
I wouldn't know.
Well, Jim Norton, of course, was one of the stars of Lucky Louie on HBO. It was a great, great show. Very different than anything else on TV. It wasn't safe. It wasn't politically correct. The writing was great. Louis C.K. is a great writer. The show was definitely very, very good. It had its audience. And they canceled it, unfortunately, after one season. It's now on DVD. It's finding an audience on DVD, by the way.
Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of getting like a cult following. I'm hearing more and more about Lucky Louie and people picking it up on DVD. And then Jimmy has to read this morning, which just shows you what TV's all about.
Horrible.
Geico cavemen will be focus of new ABC sitcom. And here's the story. Those Geico cavemen shouldn't be so upset after all. They may get their own television series.
Wow.
ABC said Friday it ordered a pilot for a comedy tentatively called Cavemen. You know, because they're good titlers.
They're cavemen.
I get it.
And, yeah.
That features the characters using a series of ads by the insurance company. The Geico cavemen might have a show.
Now, the ads aren't that bad. They really aren't. But to now take that quick, 30-second commercial and make a half-hour sitcom, this is going to be a bomb.
Oh, I hope so.
The first time I saw the ad, I thought it was clever.
Yes.
I was like, okay, that's funny, you know, we know who they're talking about.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Well, anyway. And then the subsequent ads just got ridiculous, and you don't want to see them anymore. Now they come on, and I get physically ill and angry that they're even on. And to make a sitcom about this, what are they going to do? It's going to look like a bad SNL sketch that's going too long, like they usually do.
It's going to be interesting for about 5 or 10 minutes. And then the network executives are going to say to themselves, boy, was this a mistake. How many episodes did we order?
Oh, boy.
They have to get wives or girlfriends for them. They have to get a neighbor.
Yeah.
Who's the cast of wacky characters?
Wacky neighbor would have to be probably like the guy that has no sympathy for him in the commercial. So you know the guy that's like, even a caveman could do it. That guy would have to be wacky neighbor to have some conflict. And they have real hot girlfriends for some stupid reason.
You're right. You're probably right.
Real hot girlfriends. Because cavemen are like friggin' this long as I hold my hands very far apart.
Did you read this part of the story? The potential series, one of 14 pilots that will be produced by Touchstone Television this spring, features the cavemen as they struggle with prejudice on a daily basis as they strive to live the lives of normal 30-somethings in 2007 Atlanta.
What are they, get assaulted at Freaknik?
They join in. Why? Why are there cavemen? Like, are they going to explain? Were they frozen and they came back? Were they hiding? Why? I don't get. See, that's the part of the commercial I don't get. It doesn't work out.
Yeah, why are they just all of a sudden walking around?
Why are they there? And if they're so smart, they wouldn't be cavemen. They would be people. That's what happened. They would shave and fix themselves up and just kind of walk around and be people.
They should be looked down upon because they didn't develop into human beings.
Yeah.
They're pretty much the same as waterheads.
They wouldn't be upset by it. They'd be like retards running around clubbing people.
Yeah.
And being afraid of automobiles. That's what the show should be. Them just raping women like they used to, dragging them into caves and alleys, and throwing spears at cars thinking they're an animal they can eat.
And still being community leaders in Atlanta.
That would be funny if they had the balls to actually take the caveman mentality and bring it into,
Just bring it into the 21st century.
Into the year 2007 where they come to work with like a little dinosaur over their shoulder. That's their lunch. And they just club the boss because they're not happy with what she's saying. Or
the boss is like giving them crap about their job. But then how did he get the job?
Right.
That interview wouldn't go well.
Good point.
Maybe
maybe the company had to fill a quota though.
Oh, okay, and they think that maybe there's some, foreigners that they need to fill a quota.
Well, if we found that cavemen were still living somewhere, fast forward only a couple of years, there'd be a quota. Every company would have to hire a caveman.
And we'd have to treat them like people?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because that's how we are in this country now. Everyone has to be equal. Everything is equal.
Caveman Americans.
Equal. There's no winners or losers.
Yeah, but even when they're just like drooling and biting you, you'd have to still they're people.
Yeah.
Running around naked, throwing feces.
Oh, yeah. That's not far-fetched. We're already thinking that way in this country. So
throwing feces.
But it just shows you how lost they are on TV, especially when it comes to sitcoms. This is the best you could come up with, and then they wonder why reality shows are taking over the world. Because these people can't write anything good anymore.
They can't create, and this is no worse than the 3-picture deal that the lizards got. Or are they geckos?
It's a gecko.
Geckos. Yeah. See, what happened in sitcoms, everything had to be politically correct. Mm-hmm. You go back to the 70s when our sitcoms were amazing. They didn't give a crap about the special interest groups or none of that stuff. So you got some real comedy, because comedy is based on, making fun of other people and other religions and all that crap. But somewhere along the line, we got so safe as a society, especially on TV, and then all the sitcoms had to go away because people were like, well, this is garbage.
Danny DeVito in Taxi makes me laugh harder. I mean, maybe Gleason from The Honeymooners, but there's an episode of Taxi where Danny DeVito takes Zena's friend home, and she's on pills, and he has sex with her, and the next morning she sobers up, and she can't believe it, and he offers to go get her more pills so he can get her loaded and have sex with her again. It's a date rape reference.
Right.
That was a funny, great television
And you
show.
can't do any of that
Hell
anymore.
no.
Nope.
Anything like that.
No smoking, even if the character would smoke.
Right. But you can get away with it if it's a reality show a little bit.
Yeah.
But, all right, let's go to Arthur in Greenwich, Connecticut. Arthur.
Yeah, I find that ad racist simply because Europeans lived in caves, and that kind of hair texture didn't apply to blacks, so why ain't you got... And by the way, hey, Crater Face, did you get your complexion fixed yet?
No, I didn't. That can't really be fixed. Why, sir?
And he hung up.
Ah, you bastard.
He was calling you a racist.
A little too close to home? Right. Caveman? Well, that can't really work.
Oh, was he, was that what it was? He was thinking he was a little offended?
Yeah,
he was a little offended.
He's calling Anthony a racist for making a reference to, I guess, blacks with cavemen or something.
Oh, that was it.
Did I?
That's what he was saying.
Talking about
He's
that.
probably an offended caveman.
That's what he was getting at, but he said Europeans lived in caves. That's exactly what he was getting at. He was trying to say, look, man, Whitey lived in caves.
Can we just bring off on the race war already? It's like so close. Can we just bring it on already? Jesus.
That's what Manson thought, that the blacks were going to overtake whites and they would need a white man to lead them and he would be the one.
Yeah.
Charlie was rational. How did killing Folger's lady help that cause?
I don't know.
My skin might not be smooth, but at least it's white. That's what I have to say to you.
And then the guy hung up, man. Hang on the line for a little ride, bro. You fell off the calf. So the Geico thing drives you nuts, huh?
It's just typical of it's just awful. You know what? Oh, yeah, I think I already covered that. How Linda Stacy from the Post got so mad at you guys for making fun of breast cancer or the show in 2000. And meanwhile, the Anna Nicole Smith thing they do about Drop Dead Gorgeous. Where's the article on how offensive that is?
Uh-huh.
Where is it?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm tying this into that. Yeah.
All right. And then the Ann Coulter thing is just very interesting because now John Edwards is breaking his silence. He broke his silence to comment.
Silence.
What's the deal? Ann Coulter was at some kind of fundraiser or some kind of... She was a speaker somewhere.
Yeah.
Talking about Edwards and everybody else, and she had this to say about John Edwards.
Oh, and I was going to have a few comments on the other Democratic presidential candidate, John Edwards, but it turns out that you have to go into rehab if you use the word faggot. So, kind of at an impasse. Can't really talk about Edwards, so I think I'll just conclude here and take your questions. Thank you.
You know, go ahead.
All right. I was just doing that like it was funny.
I was going to say, it's just so refreshing to hear people just speak their minds without worrying about the consequences.
And she didn't directly call him a faggot. It wasn't like the way it comes off is like, oh, that John Edwards, he's a faggot.
Right.
She kind of did it with some humor there, kind of showing how everybody's so politically correct now that if you say a racial slur, that you got to go to rehab to try to get your image back.
Well, referring to the Grey's Anatomy black dude there.
Uh-huh.
He actually went to rehab because he called one of his castmates a faggot.
Isn't that an odd thing to think of? We come to a time in history where if you say a certain word, people feel you have to go someplace and get your head fixed. Like your mind has gone bad. You're using these words. That means you're mentally damaged, and we can fix you.
Well, they invented it in Hollywood. You go to rehab for anything now, and then that saves your image, and you're allowed to be on TV.
It was just the booze and the drugs, though, at the beginning, which is fine. But for words, for using certain words, you have to then go to a place that makes you feel it's like a science fiction.
Yeah,
it's like some kind of 1984 science fiction kind of. Your mind is sick. You're using those words you just don't understand. You're ill.
And the Grey's Anatomy guy came out of rehab, and he's like, I'm okay now.
Yeah, I'm okay now. I have no problem with faggots. Oh, damn it, back into rehab.
He's just playing the game,
Yeah.
He's playing the game. What do you think he did in rehab for whatever it was, a week or two? Just sat there doing crossword puzzles.
They make you sit and just watch episode after episode of Will and Grace. That awful. Every reference is a gay reference. Oh, it's the only. Yeah, you ever wander upon that show? And it's been on forever. And every reference is gay. Like I don't know many gay people. Know a few. But I know they do go and lead their lives like regular people.
Like anyone else would lead their lives when they're not sucking.
Yeah. Like when you get it, like you're in the deli, you're getting something.
You're getting a buttered roll.
Right. You're not talking about how gay you are and how wonderful the roll is and wish they had a hero instead of a roll so you could use it on yourself.
Sure.
Like this just...
Well, just like straight people. You're just doing normal, everyday things.
You actually go through life doing normal things.
Right.
You don't have to make a reference. Every single word.
That's what Will and Grace
in
does?
That script is a gay reference.
I think I've only seen like maybe 10 minutes of Will and Grace, and that's probably just clips I've seen just watching other shows.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever sat down and watched Will and Grace. I can't be bothered by these dumb sitcoms.
They're the worst.
And I know it's an older sitcom, but I haven't been able to watch a sitcom since early Seinfeld at this point.
Seinfeld.
I blew off Friends. I couldn't be bothered with that crap. All these shows. But anyway.
Yeah.
I love Ann Coulter now. I mean, first of all, it was a funny joke.
Yeah, it was funny.
And if this doesn't tell you what a wishy-washy putz John Edwards is.
Boy, if you can't even be alluded to that somebody is calling you a faggot like that, you're not cut out to be president, because people will call you worse than that once you're president.
Yeah, well, we got John Edwards' response here. Let's listen in.
Oh, good.
He's finally
call
speaking
the C word?
Yeah, see, that would have been great.
Done. That would have been great. Imagine a presidential candidate.
You know he's thinking it?
Blowing out the A-bomb.
You know he's thinking it, right?
Of course he is.
Presidential hopeful John Edwards is firing back at conservative commentator Ann Coulter. Coulter used a homosexual slur to refer to the Democratic candidate during a speech at a conference of Republican strategists on Friday. Yesterday, Edwards said that kind of hateful language should not be tolerated. Some Democrats have called on Republicans at the meeting to denounce Coulter's remark. Get this, Coulter responded to the criticism on her blog by writing, quote, "I'm so ashamed, I can't stop laughing."
Good for her, man.
Good, don't back down.
Yeah.
This is what a wishy-washy bag of nothing he is. I think it's important that we not reward hateful, selfish, childish behavior with attention. And then he goes, I also believe this is important for us to speak out against language of this kind. You just contradicted yourself, faggot.
Course.
God almighty. It's the place where hatred gets its foothold, blah, blah, blah. That same drivel that they say.
He said it was,
un-American,
that type of
right?
speech was un-American to use that type of language. Any language is American, is like anything you say that you think up, that you want to speak out, is American, because our First Amendment grants you that right.
We made this type of speech a sport at this point.
Now it's like they're banned. These are words that aren't legally banned, because there is a constitution that says you can't ban these words. But they're becoming socially banned, where there's such a threat of a stigma put on you for using them that there might as well be a law against using them, because what's a law? Something that's in place that if you break, you pay consequences for. Well, now we're getting so politically correct that when you use these words, there is a consequence that you have to pay. So we're losing our freedom of speech based on how these people are dealing with language. I mean, it's words. Of course you're going to offend people. Of course, in certain circumstances you will. There are things you're going to have to pay. because if you say them, you use that N-word in front of a bunch of black people, you're going to get punched in the face. We all know that. Faggot, you don't go to a GLAD convention and start throwing that word around.
Well, you might get
consequences.
You might get bitch slapped really hard.
And a bunch of people will cry running away.
Guy might pull off his high heel and poke you in the eye.
But in the context of especially comedy and satire, anything goes. Anything goes. That, I think, is the most protected speech in this country, is comedy and satire, and it should be. And what she was doing was comedy.
Yeah, but the problem is, like we said with the Geico thing, you can't write sitcoms anymore because you're too scared to use that type of language.
Right, too scared. Why? Because of boycotts and people being offended and the threat that you're going to have to go into rehab like you're a mental patient for even thinking of using that word.
And the Grey's Anatomy dude, like, what does it matter if he called someone on set a faggot?
Yeah.
If he's doing his job and he adds to this TV show.
Yep.
Why should that be a big deal? Deal with that behind the scenes.
Words.
John Edwards, this is what a jackass he is. He should have said something about that's the great part of America is that even idiots like her have protected free speech.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just address her and smash her under the guise of saying, look, it's freedom of speech, she can say what she wants?
They're saying, they're calling it hate speech now, which for some reason, there is something illegal about hate speech. It's inciting. You're really not allowed to throw it around, but they could use that for anything. Like we were reading last week, squaw. Now, Indians want to ban on the word squaw because they find that offensive. And they want it pulled from movies. Jesus Christ, every old Western had that word in it.
Right.
They have a hard time banning that one. But every group is going to have this subgroup, which, by the way, 99% of the group out there, whatever group you're talking about, doesn't care. It's 1% with the loud friggin' stationery that they send off.
Are there still Indians in this country?
Apparently.
I thought we wiped them out already.
You know something? Apparently, we left a few.
I know they got their casinos here and there, but besides that, that's all I know.
And are they really Indians? I've seen them walking around the casino.
They're just dark Jews.
They're not exactly. Oof! They darker than us.
Are they getting powerful again?
Every ethnic group has got a power base now because they can use it and base anything that anybody says on some kind of hatred toward them.
Who started this crap?
White people being so guilt-ridden.
Yeah.
by backing down to people. Just deal with it. Everyone's got their cross to bear. Just, assimilate with this society, go to work, and take the crap that you got to take every so often by hearing a bad word.
I think it shows,
and go about your life.
I think it shows weakness when society has to ban a word that bothers you.
Oh.
Why wouldn't you use your natural instincts and fight back as a group or an individual? Why do you need the government or special interest groups to start banning words to protect you?
It's totally contradictory.
I mean, most of the black guys we talked to, Patrice and others, they're like, this is ridiculous to try to ban the N-word. They don't want the N-word banned.
No.
So they know when you're talking to them.
And pretty much all of them could protect themselves, like Ant said, if you call them the N-word to their face.
Yeah.
Oh, they would take pleasure in their response. And I think it just shows weakness that you can't take care of yourself as a group or an individual, and the government to tell you can't use the word squaw or faggot or the N-word anymore. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think racists and homophobes, people who have been just barbarians, it's like they've wrecked it for comics and for parody. And why can't people just make a decision if you're being a racist pig, there's a problem, but if you're doing it in parody as a comedian or to be humorous, how do we not know the difference?
Lumped into one category. And by the way, they dump out of the N-word when we say it.
What?
They dump out of it.
Oh, that's why we're not saying it. Yeah.
But I thought they didn't do that anymore. If it was
we probably could have said.
I think there's a quota. I think in the context, and this context is probably okay, but the point I'm getting to is the N-word has become the way to say it now.
Right.
No one's fooled by it. When people say the N-word, the word pops up in your head just as if somebody said it. So what's the difference?
It's just as bad to look at a black guy and go, "You N-word."
Yeah, if you walked up to a black guy on the street and just went, "You are an N-word," you would get smacked, bitch slapped just like you used the word.
It has the same effect.
It's the old rose by any other name.
Sure.
It's still the N-word.
Eventually, we're going to be like, you know what I'm saying.
You know. That's what they're going to have to say on the news, because the N-word is becoming so synonymous with that word that no one wants to say that it's becoming the word.
Right. Of course
Doesn't matter.
Of course.
Call dog crap something else for long enough, and that will become what it is. So the N-word just becomes the new word.
Electric shock treatment for everybody.
That's what we need?
Yeah. You gotta just you just got to get that thought out of everyone's head.
Good luck.
Good luck. All right, it's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. I want to thank Basil Teas from Tom's River. They're making breakfast for everyone this morning. Our phone number 1-866-313-FREE. What?
Good stuff.
It is good stuff. It smells very, very nice in here. Usually we get to smell Jimmy all morning. Today we get to smell fresh omelets being made.
Jimmy has actually been running into the other room as a courtesy.
Oh, it's that bad.
I'm almost embarrassed.
Almost. Notice almost.
We talk about that from time to time. When you fart by yourself and you're embarrassed, that's when you know it's really bad. Yeah. There's many levels. You fart in front of guys, it's like, whatever. But even in that situation, you're kind of embarrassed because like, wow, that smells like really bad. And then in front of your chick. But then when you're by yourself and you fart and you embarrass yourself, that's when you know you really need to go see a doctor.
It's like fuel oil.
Right. All right. Hey, we started a new bit. We're looking for the story of the month. Looking for the rest of America to help us out. So when you're watching the local news, I mean, we got some go-getters out there. This is a very interactive show. We got people that want to be little radio stars themselves. So, if you see a really good story on your news and you happen to be taping, just send it in to us so we could, throw it in the running for story of the month.
Right.
And March, we started off with a bang, with a doozy. Just in case you weren't listening on Friday. So far, this is the story of the month. Courtesy of Allentown, Pennsylvania.
The arrest itself of a middle school principal selling drugs out of his office, well, that's unbelievable and bizarre enough. But what we've learned tonight, some police sources say, is shocking.
Well, I'm not going to comment on the circumstances of his arrest.
But it's the circumstances during the arrest of 50-year-old John Acera that makes this case incredibly bizarre. As we first reported, police arrested the Nitchman Middle School principal on drug charges at his office Tuesday night. But that's only part of the story. Tonight, police sources tell me cops were shocked and in disbelief when they stormed his office. Sources say not only did they find drugs, money, and a pipe, they also found Acera completely nude and watching gay porn with sex toys in his possession.
We should have added a bleep to the end of that story. And sex toys in his...
Yeah. Oh, no, it was.
So there you go, America. That's your story of the month.
Yeah, that one is, it's got all the features.
No one's going to beat this story for March.
It's hot.
It was so over the top, it created a brand new bit. So yeah. I don't even think we beat this one, but it has all the features. It's hot. It's spicy. Oh. What's wrong?
She's the greatest ever.
Whoa, what? Jimmy's finding a lot of fun things in the news today.
Baby comes as shock. This mother, this monstrosity didn't know she was pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
It looks
Read
like
that.
It looks like
she looks like Meatloaf.
Yeah, I was going to say either Meatloaf or the husband from Roseanne with a brown wig. What's his name? I forgot his name.
John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman. He's been out of the public eye for a while. It looks like John Goodman with a long black wig in bed holding this newborn. What's this story? I didn't even see this one yet.
April Braunheim went to her local emergency room Monday night complaining of stomach pain and emerged with the biggest shock of her life. She was pregnant with a full-term fetus.
Can you believe... She went all that time. She's such a pig. She didn't even know she had a 7-pound, 7-ounce baby in her.
2 days later, she gave birth. It wasn't like she was 3 months along. She was 9 months pregnant.
Wow.
And the beautiful part about her is the more you read about her, it says here, she was struggling with unsuccessful gastric bypass surgery she had 7 years ago. And she had this stupid boyfriend, I guess. They just spent $30,000 on music equipment. And she said, I was blowing money on dogs.
Well,
which I guess meant she was eating them. I don't know what that means.
On dogs.
Actually, if you word that differently, it really becomes funny.
Well, how did the... never mind.
Yeah, how the dogs collect the cat.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Thank you, Jimmy.
Exactly.
Put it in between the little I was going to call them hooves. What are they?
They're little paws.
They're, but in between the paws.
Paw them.
You see this, though? Usually you could tell if you're pregnant, but with me, I couldn't tell. The 39-year-old Garden Grove resident said, blah, 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 pointing to her belly and explaining that at about 420 pounds, she was so large that no one, including herself, could tell she had carried a baby to term. Ugh. The question is, who is, yeah, that's the question. Who is this woman?
Because she had bypass surgery, so she has a big scar down her awful belly. She's 420 with a scar, and someone's jumping on. I don't get it.
And someone's like,
loving this.
I need to get a piece of that.
Yeah, I need to get some.
That's what I need. I need that.
You see what he does for a living? He installs home theaters for a living.
Yeah.
He learned it just making a TV room for her. It was called a TV room. Anyone else?
Well, there you go. Not even knowing you're pregnant. Some terrific stories today. Oh, God. Brian in New York. Brian.
Yes, hello?
What's up, Brian?
Are you guys aware that in New Year's Eve, a house in Chicago got shot?
Wait, a house in Chicago got shot?
Yeah.
How do you shoot a house?
Excuse me? They shot at a house because there were a bunch of gay men in there.
Yep.
And that's not the shocking part of the story, because we know we live in a very homophobic country, you know.
Right.
The shocking part was that they interviewed the neighbors, and they all say, good, they had it coming because they were all gay.
Well, that's terrible.
Sir,
that's terrible.
They got shot.
That's terrible.
And they were sorry that they didn't kill anyone.
All right, here's the deal, though. Like, all right, if I was gay, I would go live in a tolerant neighborhood. That would be my first goal in life. Like, I'm going to go live somewhere where...
Find Gayville.
Find Gayville, USA.
Now, so you said...
Because until we...
Why do we have to be in a ghetto? You know,
I didn't say you have to... What?
To please you? I mean, why don't you always...
Hey, Brian, did I say go live in a ghetto? Is that where gay people are living?
Word, but you can call somebody... why don't you call yourselves breathers?
Brian, he didn't say that. Your little stupid accent is interfering with your hearing. He didn't say that.
The N-word. You called the N-word.
He didn't say the ghetto.
Problem saying the F-word.
Excuse me.
No, we could say faggot, but I think they dump out when we say the N-word.
You cannot say that word.
I just did.
Yes, we
can. Because you're condoning crimes against gay men.
Oh, stop it. In the proper context, you can use it. Don't you know that word has two meanings? Don't you know that word has two meanings? Hey, Brian. Brian.
Oh, it's okay.
Brian, don't you know that word has two meanings? Why can't we have a conversation here? Do you know that word has two meanings?
Well...
Do you?
We live in America.
Yep.
People, they don't even know squat. You know, please. Now you're going to tell
Brian, we live in America where you're allowed to speak your mind. You're allowed to use free speech.
You can say these words.
You know that using free speech means to be allowed to say the most awful things?
If you have real talent, you will never have to go to use this word.
Oh, boy.
Are you sure
real talent. Don't you realize somebody else will call up and say that if you had real talent, you wouldn't have to use this word or that word or the other word? And before you know it, there's no words left to use.
And, Brian, we have real talent because you're listening to the show. You chose to listen to us over all the garbage out there.
Because you had that fame of the St. Patrick's Cathedral.
See, Brian, we couldn't call you a faggot. That's that's like hate speech, I guess they would say that.
Put something in your mouth so you stop talking for 30 seconds?
Yeah, just shut up for a minute. Okay, for a second. See, I can't call you a faggot. That would be what I would consider some kind of hate speech, and they would have to dump out of it and stuff like that. But I could say, Jimmy wasn't hanging out last night when he said he was going to hang out. Well, he was being a faggot about it. It's got two meanings.
Well, some of the gay community wants that meaning taken away.
And how come queer used to be bad until you guys started using it, and now it's fine?
That's right. Okay. And by the way, isn't shooting at the back door, isn't that kind of a gay thing anyway?
Okay,
that might not have been a hate crime. That might be a misprint.
I'm not waiting for that F.
What?
Isaiah Washington say, I'm not going to be waiting for that F anymore.
Hey, Brian, where are you from, by the way? Where's that accent from?
What does it matter? What does it matter where I'm from?
Why don't you just answer it?
You always have to ask where somebody's...
Just answer
out of curiosity,
question.
I'm trying to figure out your accent.
I'm a citizen of the world.
Oh, shut up.
You're also a faggot.
Shut up, because, you know...
See, now that'll get dumped.
You know, and besides, a company has a policy, and Isaiah broke that policy.
Shut up.
Brian, where are you from?
He had to go to a sensitivity camp.
You're a
sensitivity camp. Yes, you will be kept together when you get to the sensitivity camps.
You are condoning hate crime. That's what you're
stupid.
doing. Every time you use that word...
it's a hate crime.
Especially teenagers.
Teenagers.
Nice, supple, young boy teenagers. I love the hairless teenagers. The rough, the bodies, the teenagers.
Monday, Tuesday,
Thursday, Friday, teenagers.
That's what you're doing.
You sound like Michael's wife.
Yeah.
Hey, Apollonia, shut up.
Why don't you start the car, you dope?
Or just wrap your lips around the tailpipe.
We're breeders or breathers?
What?
Oh, please.
I'm a citizen of the world.
I'm a citizen of the world.
We're breeders? Is that what you call straight people?
I'm a citizen of the world.
Never even heard that word.
I don't breed. I'm not breeding. I'm not having kids.
I aim for the hair.
Right. There's no baby coming out of that.
That's all you're good for, and you're not even breathing. So.
Do you have little Tweety birds?
What kind of little birds do you have?
What kind of birds you got?
Excuse me?
What kind of birds do you got?
You have a cockatoo?
What does it matter?
Is it a cockatoo?
We're trying to get to know you, Brian, so that maybe we can understand your faggoty lifestyle.
If he's a gay man, you're gonna get bitch slapped.
We want to know you. We want to get to know you a little better.
We want to get to know you, Brian, so maybe we have a little more tolerance. Tell us what effing birds you got in the background.
What kind of bird you have?
I'm talking about a serious matter.
Yes, what kind of... Just tell it.
What?
Oh, stop cursing.
That's actually his roommate yelling from the next room.
What kind of birds do you have in the background?
I'm telling you, I mean, you really are very ignorant.
Young lady.
You really need to...
What is it? Is it a Can Harry?
I mean, you don't even know what I'm talking about because you're not a gay man to begin with.
Young lady.
Brian, do you know that... Brian, do you know that there's gay guys calling up now saying, shut the F up, they hate you.
You're ruining the whole gay community.
You really are. But you can't tell us... You can't tell us what accent that is. You can't tell us what birds are in the background.
Yeah, young lady, you're not being very conversational, miss.
What?
You're not being very conversational, young lady.
Right.
Who has to be conversational when I'm talking to you guys?
That's what I'm saying, miss.
What kind of birds do you have in the background? It's a simple question.
All we want to know.
What do you answer first? What kind of person are you?
Brianna, just answer the question.
What kind of person am I? I'm an honest person.
That's right.
I live in reality.
In reality.
That's right. I realize that people do use these words and will continue using these words even if we do attempt to ban them.
To insult minorities.
Oh,
what a man.
Steve from Bayshore is suggesting...
What a man.
Oh, yeah, make fun of minorities.
Ooh,
Steve from Bayshore is suggesting he owns swallows.
He owns swallows?
You're so funny. You have so much talent. You know?
What do you think of that, faggot?
Well, you can
Shut up, bleach breath. I'm not finished laughing at my friend's joke.
That's right.
Shut up, bleach breath.
We just got to laugh at your expense. How does that feel, Brian?
If you're an honest man, you will accept the fact that you are condoning hate crime.
What does condoning mean?
What's a condoning?
Yes, you
Teenager. Teenager condoning hate speech.
That's what you're doing.
Your
of
speech pattern stinks.
Your speech pattern is awful, which means you moved to the country. Definitely, you weren't born here.
Yes.
You became a citizen, and you don't really understand what America's all about yet.
Yeah, you're not a citizen of the world. You're a twit.
I think I know a little more than you. You don't even understand what this country is based on, which is free speech, which means being able to say some horrific things.
You know what being American is,
Limp-wristed
right?
Ricky Ricardo. I love Louis.
You're funny. You know? You're a white man, and you are talking at minority.
Club bob up and down.
You know?
Shut up, lady. We're laughing.
Yeah, shut
Bob on Lou. Bob on Lou.
Oh, wow, you're really funny, man.
You know what?
Keep going, monkey.
Oh, monkey. Ooh. Yeah, we know we're funny. You should see the instant feedback. You should see the pal talk. You should see the phones, Brian. A lot of people are finding us funny.
Laugh, clown.
What?
Wake up at 5 in the morning every day and make me laugh, okay?
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Hey, Brian.
As long as you're laughing, sweetie.
Hey, Brian. I'm a millionaire.
Oh,
yeah.
I get up at 5 and I'm a millionaire for saying poopy jokes. How does that make you feel, faggot?
That's right.
How do you like them apples, sweet potato?
How do you like that? How do you like that, Brian?
Hey, Brian.
You know I don't even prepare for this crap, and they just back up the money truck. They back up the money truck, and they go, well, here you go. I don't understand why they keep sending you money, but here's the latest load. At least my load is freaking cash, cold hard cash.
Here comes the truck.
You're collecting other loads, sir.
Up.
You guys are really funny.
You're collecting other loads. How does that make you feel?
Just keep listening, sweetie pie. That's all that matters.
I don't care. You can have all the money you want.
That's a good point.
Hey, Brian, we have a theory on this show, and we break that theory all the time, but it is true. When you say you don't care, it means you really care.
Really care.
We're getting under your skin. You and your little Tweety birds in the background.
I hope your birds die of some type of a gas leak, like Venus Gerolitis. I hope your birds die accidentally, stupid. I hope they tip over on the little newspaper.
You can keep hoping all you want, but I'm not going anywhere.
What kind of birds do you have?
Yeah, what kind of birds do you have?
Tell us what kind of birds.
Sweetie.
We heard him tweeting in the background.
It's a cock. It's a cock if you want to know.
What kind of birds, sweetie? Don't try to be funny. Just be what you are. Just be a young lady with birds. What kind of birds?
Yeah, Brian.
Lady.
Keep the jokes to let us do the jokes.
Is it a cockatoo?
Yes.
No, it's just a big cock for you.
Stop with the
that's getting
joke.
dumped out of.
Yeah,
So
see,
stop.
Brian, you're getting all...
Another person suggesting it's a vulture just waiting.
We'll stick with the jokes. You stick with disappointing father. He's made that sound before, hasn't he?
Is that all you have? Do you have anything better than that?
Honestly, he gave us 15 minutes of material, so, Brian, I thank you today.
Yes, you did. You're a good girl.
And the phones are lit. People are all over the place.
People are chuckling.
You know what? And gay guys are chuckling.
Yes, and you're still condoning hate crimes.
Shut up.
Whatever,
Never.
man.
We love the gays. We love the gays.
Dude, we made it very simple. You should be able to say whatever the hell you want in America. You should be able to look at someone and call them whatever the hell you want, and there's consequences, like Anthony said, for doing that. That's how it works.
Young lady, people are talking. Stop interrupting.
Now go feed your birds Robert and Reed.
Brian, you should be embarrassed that you need society. You need society to tell other people not to use these hurtful words. You should be embarrassed.
Why should I be embarrassed?
Shut up, stupid. I hope your birds die of a gas leak. I said it before, and I'll say it twice.
Exactly. It's that good.
F word?
Huh?
If you say F word, at least you know that it's not right.
No,
it's fine.
That's the message that you send.
It's fine. If I call Than a faggot for not coming out last night, that's fine.
Not coming out. Good terminology.
Coming out, well, you know what I mean.
Right now, Brian is wearing a skirt and, like Shirley Temple, patent leather shoes.
Dare to dream.
Yes, like a Yankee jersey.
Yeah, you wish. You wish. Is that your fantasy?
What's the problem, Brian? What's the problem?
Yeah, why the
Why the
hostility?
anger? Why the anger? You listen to our show, so you find us funny.
Yes, but why are you so obsessed about using one word?
We're not obsessed. It came up today.
We use all the words.
Send me because I see so many hate crimes. You know, just pick up an Advocate magazine. Just read it once.
I used to read The Advocate. We used to read it as a goof. Me and my brother would read that and go, oh, my God, look at this ad. Look at what this guy's looking for. A jackhammer.
I'll be honest. I pick up The Advocate because I like reading the police blogs.
What?
See, we've all read The Advocate.
Yeah, you know.
How many times in your life?
Brian, I have a subscription to The Advocate. I've said that many times on this show.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah,
Yes, I've said that 50 times.
We like reading the police blogs, just in case people didn't hear
You learned
that.
about that house in Chicago that got shot, right?
No,
I think it's funny that a house got shot. Okay.
Yes, and ignorance is all over.
How many bullets did it take before the house fell over?
No, it got shot because they wanted to kill gay men.
That's not true. They interviewed that guy. He hated aluminum siding. He was aluminum siding-ophobic.
Right. It was so funny. They probably even had a video of this. And they
Brian, here's the problem.
What's a video?
That house was wrong.
So funny to kill gay men.
Brian, the problem with the house is there were two big round things at the bottom of the chimney, and nobody in the neighborhood liked it. But up.
That's not what the neighbors said.
Hey, Brian, you need to listen to Mantown. That's more your radio show.
Go to Mantown.
Go to Mantown.
That's what all the neighbors say. So what do they expect?
Brian, so you need the rest of society and the government to protect you because you can't protect yourself? Is that what you're saying?
Well, when
do you need to be cuddled? Do you need America to kind of just hold you close and protect you, or could you handle yourself?
I don't influence millions of people like you do,
dude.
So for you, it's very easy,
dude. Here's the difference. We talk to black guys about the N-word, and they're embarrassed that there's other people out there trying to ban the N-word. They're like, look, we can take care of ourselves. If a white dude comes up to me and calls me the N-word, there's going to be a problem. But you need the government to take away the F word.
We cannot even get married. So it's like, I mean, if they're already comfortable.
See, we're all for that.
That is very good.
But we're all for the gay marriage.
We're all for gay marriage.
We don't even get married.
We're all for gay marriage on this show. What's the problem?
Yeah, because you should be able to suffer like we do.
Now that's a funny joke, right?
You see, Brian, you don't listen. We are for gay marriage, and we've said that many times. Although I lied, I've never read The Advocate in my life.
And you just said
a little advice to the gay guys. A little advice to the gay guys out there: invent your own stuff. Invent your own stuff. Invent something that is comparable to marriage.
Almost marriage.
Almost marriage.
What?
Exactly.
You guys are talking at the same time. I cannot even hear you.
Yeah, no, you're talking at the same time.
No, you've just been babbling the whole time.
You just go off and blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 bang, bang, bang.
Exactly. Every time somebody
blah, blah, bang, bang, bang. Blah, blah, blah.
You are like a bitch.
Bang, bang, bob. Blah, 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 bang, bang, bob.
You're the bitch in the relationship, right?
Bang, bob.
Are you the bitch in the relationship because you talk so much? You're just like...
So now you give relationship advice?
Yeah, so you're like the girl.
Bang, bang, bob. Bob, 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 bang, bang, bob. Bob, 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 bang, bang, bob.
Yeah, I mean, the big sluts are going to give me relationship advice.
See?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question.
Obviously, you're the power bottom because you're used to talking.
Can you carry a trophy without using your hands? Give me those ribs, you. Clink, clink.
Are you a sloppy party bottom? What would you be considered in the gay community? A sloppy party bottom? Power top? Are you a twink? Are you a bear? What else did we?
What are you? A cub?
Are you a cub?
I'm just me, man. You want to put labels and more labels?
We love labels in America.
People. Labels are cool.
That makes you feel comfortable?
Yes. Like you're irritating. That's a good label.
Yeah, it's a label.
Yeah, I'm telling you. You think every straight man is butch?
Is what?
No.
No, that's what we're asking you.
Assuming that every gay man is a CC.
So what?
I don't know what a CC is.
A CC.
What's a CC?
Dude.
Bit slap. If a gay man...
Dude, we never said every gay guy is a sissy. Trust me.
Or a CC.
Or a CC.
I never said CC for anything.
A container.
A teenager. We're not stupid. We know every gay guy's not a sissy.
Absolutely. Plenty of gay guys are not CCs.
Okay.
All we have to do is look at our own Steve, and we know that.
Right.
Well,
absolutely.
Steve will kick anyone's ass in here.
And he's no
and
sissy.
And then pat it.
Bob, 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 a bang, Bob.
If you guys have good material, you didn't have to go there.
Yeah.
That is the only truth.
Well, all right, Brian. Au revoir.
Can you send a picture of yourself? I'm just curious as to what you look like. Shirtless is preferred.
Yeah.
Not for gay reasons.
And then what?
What's that?
Are you going to get me tricks or something?
No, I'm not going to do anything.
Then what do you want that picture for? Are you going to fix me with one of your friends?
No, I just want to look because I'm doing like this research project, so I just want to kind of look. If you can, I mean, nude is okay, but just above the waist.
Yeah.
Above the waist?
Yeah, I just want to see if you have good abs and stuff.
With your birds.
Below the waist scares you or something?
No. Send that. I just have to say it on the air. You can send the whole below the waist thing. I mean, I promise I won't look at it.
Greg from Canada wants to know if Brian would be more comfortable with the term uppity queer.
Do you know what?
Shut up and let us enjoy our laugh at your expense.
Hey,
Brian.
Sausages Gobbler, could you give us 30 seconds to enjoy it?
Yeah, we want to enjoy ourselves.
Can you tell your audience how the word started?
By the way,
I know how it started.
By the way, that...
How? How did it start?
What word?
What does it really mean?
What word?
The F word.
Faggot?
Yeah.
It means a bundle of sticks.
Yep.
No.
Yes, it does.
That's not what it means.
Yes, it does.
It means a bundle of sticks. I used to look it up as a kid and giggle like, bundle of sticks.
What did you used to do with a bundle of sticks?
No, the way it became used in a homosexual... The way it became...
Exactly. That's what you're implying.
No.
You use it.
All right.
No, Brian, you're lying. You're lying.
You wish I was dead.
All right.
The way it happened...
That's what you're doing.
Wasting...
Is when there was a gay guy around, you go, hey, fag, get. That's the way it was.
Get.
Fag, get.
Yeah, you're implying all those people who were killed, you know, especially in the Holocaust.
Oh, it had nothing to do with burning.
Holocaust?
What?
Dude.
Well, there were many homosexuals were also killed.
You listed all the people that were killed at the Holocaust. I think the gays would be way at the bottom of the list.
Exactly.
Well.
Yeah, we're at the bottom of the chain, of the food.
You're at the bottom of everything. Give me those ribs, you.
And you think that is funny, and you think that...
Brian, we got to take a break. We could hang out with you all day.
Yes.
If you want, you could be the rest. You can call up and we'll just do this all day.
No, that's not the point.
You played right into our heads today, Brian. Right into our heads.
Loved your call today, Brian. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Wipe that egg yolk off the front of your shirt.
Yeah.
It's not egg yolk. It's something else.
I know, stupid.
No,
that was the joke.
Getting at. Oh my God, you have no sense of humor, my friend.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the real crime here. You don't know how to laugh or you don't have a sense of humor.
That's not egg yolk. That's something else.
Oh.
Teenager. Sissy.
Do you know that 2 Jews own a bar and they walked into it? Okay, good.
And then did business.
Oh, guys, you know, you should really find out about that word, the history of that word.
No, I don't
need the history of every word.
Absolutely.
I don't need to know the history of every word.
And Brian, why do you think we do radio? We didn't feel like, reading books in school.
You know why?
Books are for queers.
That's right. Learning is for queers. We'll keep the learning to people like yourself there, Brian.
No. If you know...
Good luck educating America. Good luck turning everybody around. It's never going to happen.
Well,
as much as the...
Turn around half the, people he's with.
As much as the PC police out there are attempting it, it's never going to happen. You're not going to change human nature.
You get a lot more flies with honey than you will with Daddy's roommate.
So long, Brian. So long.
Bye-bye. Stay in touch.
We got to take a break, Brian. We gave you a lot of time.
Yeah.
We enjoyed chatting.
We did. We gave him a lot of time.
Don't be so huffy.
Don't know what his birds were.
He's so huffy.
He is huffy.
So where are you from? I'm a citizen of the world.
Citizen of the world, huh?
Not.
Where are you from? Planet Earth, okay.
You said Cece.
Oh, man.
Cece.
You're never going to change people's thinking.
He wouldn't stop yapping.
No. You could ban that word, and guess what? People that aren't for that lifestyle, they're going to come up with another word. Then you're going to ban that word, and it'll just continue.
They don't even have a good word to work with. Like they say, ban the F word, and the F word's already taken.
Right.
That word's already. If you say the F word to somebody, they're not thinking faggot. They're thinking the Frankus.
See what's happening? The N word. You used to say the actual word.
Yeah.
So now society has made that so bad that now even the mainstream media and everybody else is now saying the N-word. So now the N-word is the actual word. So then what's going to happen in a few years, they're going to say, now we have to ban saying the N-word. And then it's going to become something else.
We can't say the N-word. Oh, well, we're not. We're saying the N-word.
No.
Even we've been that. The N-word.
Now,
you can't say it.
Now we're banning...
So just replace N with
Right.
Go, and then the news people go, the word.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen. You honestly think you're going to change people's opinion? Maybe people will become tolerant as the years go on, a little more tolerant. But in general, there's always going to be, people out there that want to say whatever the hell they want to you and your friends.
Right, then. Right you are. Break.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
The Opie and Anthony virus.
It's time to get the gay out on the Opie and Anthony show. And what better way to do that than with today's boner? Today's boner is brought to you by Anal Expedition number 11. Edition of Today's Boner, only on the Opie and Anthony show.
Let's go. It's the Opie and Anthony show. Hope you're enjoying the festivities today. Got a little crazy there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow with Brian.
Oh, wow.
Good old Brian. I'm sure he's still listening, though. And now he'll call up and go, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not listening.
We've had that before.
I was over the weekend, last night, I was watching Gladiator. It's just a great movie.
Isn't that an amazing flick?
Yeah, but I was watching it on regular TV. See, it was on like TNN or TBS or so, one of these crappy
Before you say what you're going to say, because the same thing happened to me last night. I'm flipping around, I see Gladiator, and I'm like, oh, wow, what a great movie. And I'm like, no, it's on regular TV. I don't even bother anymore.
You know what I did? I went downstairs to look for the DVD.
Right.
Because I'm like, all right, there's a movie I want to watch right now. I can't find it. I either don't have it, which is ridiculous. I remember buying it, or it got lost or something. So now I'm too far in, and I have to watch it. Dude, do you know what Gladiator is like with no blood? There was no blood.
They took all the blood out of it?
They took the battle scenes in that movie are great. In the Coliseum, when he does that thing, he takes the two swords, jabs it into the guy, looks at the crowd, pulls the swords back out, and chops his head off with the two swords. It's a highlight of the film. And they did it all, like, above the guy's head, where they cropped it, where you see his arm movements, but no blood, and they cut immediately. They must have edited in crowd shots like crazy.
Isn't that weird? They'll take the original footage, and then they bring it into
they just zoom in on one part of it.
They zoom into all you're now seeing is the eyes or something.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Stop them, but we know what the movie's about. Don't worry so much.
Isn't it weird, though, when you see a movie on TV, and like you said, you go and get the DVD, but for some reason you want to see it on TV because I guess other people are seeing it on TV, it's in the moment or something? I never got that.
I don't understand how somebody like Ridley Scott can't just sue for destroying his work. It's
art.
Still being represented as Ridley Scott's movie. Yet somebody else takes it. Imagine you're a painter. You paint a beautiful work of art, and then somebody else comes along and just uses a wall roller on half of it.
Right.
And then it's presented as what you did. It just seems illegal.
No, he must get money for it, though.
I'm sure he does, but my God.
Yeah, well,
just ruin your work like that, or let people just destroy your work.
But if you go to all the movie channels, you can't find movies like The Gladiator and stuff.
That's what I did too. I went to On Demand, going, maybe it's on Demand. Like, I was looking for this is the future of the way we should be getting movies.
On Demand is a waste of time because this weekend I'm like, let's just stay in and watch a movie, okay? On Demand, it's all a bunch of crap. Give me the movies that are in the freaking theaters right now.
We got to go to the hotel for that.
Yeah.
Or a close friend who burns them.
But they have it in hotels already, so why can't we have it in our homes? Enough. You go to a movie theater, it's primitive at this time. Just about everyone has a better system at home than what they see in a stupid theater.
Yeah, that's why
it looks so dated now.
To movies as much as they used to.
But enough, give it to us in our houses. You're going to see a lot more people watching the current movie.
Well, you are. Actually, a lot of people that are going to movies are people that really can't swing good systems at home. But the systems are getting cheaper and cheaper.
Dude, even just a basic TV looks better than what you see in a movie theater, though. I'm not talking about all the sound systems and all that. A basic TV, they even got the sound on these basic TVs that sound almost better than a movie theater if you crank it up. Really, turn the lights off and you're in a movie theater.
The picture's clearer.
I saw a Ralph Nader documentary because that was the only thing I could find on Movies on Demand.
Oof.
Because what they're doing with the IFC movies is like, that's why I want them to step it up, because IFC movies that are in theaters.
Yeah, those they show.
This new thing is if it's in an IFC movie in a theater, they will show it at home. That's kind of cool. So we're heading that way because they know most people aren't running out to see like the Ralph Nader documentary or what have you. But let's just get all the movies
they
in
should
our
have
homes.
Some kind of way where you can just pop in like a search engine and go, here's this movie. I want to watch it.
I want to watch Gladiator.
Right. I want to watch Gladiator. Here it is. $5.99, whatever it costs.
Dude,
I'll pay it and watch it, and that's it.
Dude, Movies on Demand, and then I went to HBO on Demand, Showtime on Demand, Movie Channel on Demand.
Crap.
I couldn't find one movie that I wanted to check out.
Garbage.
HBO on Demand should be filled with every movie you know and love.
Oh, I could watch Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants if need be, but I can't watch Gladiator.
All the really good movies,
good cut out.
Most of the really good movies are not on demand for some reason. I don't. Why? Because they're still selling them in the stores.
I guess DVD. They want to sell them. You know, I have no idea. But it's useless putting them on regular TV. And I love a TNT World Television premiere of Planet of the Apes.
And you look around
what?
like...
It's been the original?
You look around
68?
like, who hasn't seen this movie at this point?
The World TNT premiere.
No, they even better, like the Titanic.
Yeah.
It's like, who hasn't... What?
Titanic.
There's someone out there that hasn't seen the Titanic?
Cut to crap with commercial interruptions, like you've never seen it or never wanted to. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like when they come back from commercials and you just know there's something missing.
Yeah.
Like they came back, I'm watching Gladiator. Maximus has his first battle as a gladiator. And, you know, of course, kicks some ass. And then they come back from commercial and he's already like legendary in status. Like people are chanting his name and really like he's respected by the other gladiators. I'm like, wait, something happened there.
Right.
Like there was a little more fighting. And
what happened to the build-up?
A little more, who he is and stuff. Right. Yeah. All of a sudden he's just there. He's the honcho. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
When they just cut things out. They go to commercial, come back from commercial and go, maybe they forgot where they left off.
Yeah.
They'll never forget. Big chunk of film comes out. They'll forget about this.
Maybe it was just some dude back at the station. He fell asleep. He's like, oh wow.
Where was I?
I don't know. I'll just...
Fast forward.
I think we're up to this point.
We're good. We're even on commercial. Okay, we're good.
We're good.
What the hell I miss?
Yeah.
You watch Scarface on regular TV? There's all that extra footage put in that they shot that didn't make the movie, but it's clean enough for TV. So you see extra footage sometimes.
Yep. Well,
to take
they
out the
cut
violence.
the F word out of that because he says it every 2 seconds. I just watched it over the weekend on a pay service.
Yeah.
Scarface.
The classic movie, as far as that goes, we've talked about it. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. We were in a hotel in Philly, I think, for the O&A Trial and Virus, and I'm with Lindsay, and she never saw the movie. We're just hanging out, and it starts up on regular TV. And I'm trying to turn her on to this movie that everyone knows and loves if you're a little older, right?
Yeah.
Dude, within 15 minutes, I was embarrassed. I'm like, she thinks that I think this is funny. The first, it was more than that. I think about the first half hour. The movie is unrecognizable as you remember it.
Nicolas Cage is like a star of the movie.
Right.
All the stuff he was cut out of.
I think in the original movie, Nicolas Cage was in a quick
split
shot.
Second, yeah.
A really quick shot. In the TV version, he's got like major scenes.
Yeah.
That were so awful that they cut him out of the movie.
Yeah, you see why these scenes were all cut.
So we just turned off the TV. It was embarrassing.
So frustrating. Regular TV. Why bother anymore? Who's watching that? Except me last night.
All right, listen.
The dope I am.
I like that though with the language taken out.
It's nice where you don't have to see the blood in the language. Like after the first Maximus battle, I turned to my girlfriend and I go, "Do you realize we didn't even see him fight?" They didn't show him fighting because every scene he was in was just graphic bloodshed.
Sure, yeah.
And they showed like a quick face shot of him and then it was off. Like, what the hell is this? How do you watch a movie like this? I watched it.
Yeah, well.
I'm an idiot.
Hey, who's into the emo music among us?
I don't know what it is.
Where's Travis? Travis knows about emo.
This is as close as I could think of as to the goth personality.
I was saying it the other day.
Like, without the makeup and stuff. It's, emo is short for emotional. So, yeah. So it's like very, the lyrics, man, and the feel of the music, and they're all depressed kids.
I think it's like safe goth.
Yeah, it's goth without the effort being put in to put black lipstick on and pierce yourself.
I was reading something about music and music taste. They say that I think it starts at I think it's before 16, but somewhere around between the ages of 16 and 24, the music you listen to in that era, whatever that amount of years. That's the type of music you're going to listen to for the rest of your life.
Wow, really?
Yeah, the average person stops discovering new music after the age of like 24.
That's rough.
And we're obviously older than that, and I've taken pride in the fact that I've been able to jump onto other music forms past 24. I guess that's a rare thing. Most people 24, that's it. If you're into Skynyrd and Rush and Zeppelin, that's what you want to listen to.
It helps spinning it too,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, obviously, but there's not a lot of people after 24 going, well, I want to listen to a new rock station, maybe get turned on to some new stuff. And I've taken pride in the fact that as I get older and older, I'm still able to appreciate new music. This emo stuff, I've been driving around lately bummed out. I'm like, oh, my God, I think it's finally happening.
Is it happening?
I think it's finally happening. I think I'm becoming like my father, where I just can't understand.
I'm not getting this.
The kids' music of the day.
No, but that isn't totally true either. Because, there's some songs that come on that are like, yeah, okay, this is cool.
Well,
like White Stripes, I love.
Well,
White Stripes are
that's
cool.
certainly not emo.
It's not emo. Emo's like a type of music, though. It doesn't define the whole generation.
Emo is pretty much taking up a lot of spots out there,
Yeah.
I mean, you got your Wolf Mother still, and bands
great.
like White Stripes and others, but but we're talking like My Chemical Romance. Actually, I like them, but they're considered emo, right, Travis?
Yeah.
Travis. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess they're considered emo. A lot of stuff that isn't emo is considered.
Do you like emo?
How is Travis the expert of emo?
His roommate just called and yelled at us for a half hour.
Huh? Oh, I missed that. Yeah.
What are you doing? You're so late.
Emo. It's not emo. We are homos.
Homo.
But there are some songs I'll listen on XM or on the radio, whatever, and go, hey, man, that's a cool song. And then they'll say the band or whatever. So then I'll go look them up online, and then I'm embarrassed that I like the song because what they look like. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite, Trev, on this list?
On this list?
Yeah.
Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah, but those guys were around before emo hit.
Yeah.
Well, emo's been around since the 80s.
Ooh.
Oh, no, it hasn't.
Emo was originally an offshoot of hardcore from Washington, D.C.
You kidding me?
All right, like what bands from the 80s
I would consider like
emo?
The Cure as emo.
Yeah. Morrissey.
He's like, no. But that's like that depressing garbage friggin' music.
Well, some of this emo stuff is like the kind of new wave crap in the 80s.
Yeah.
Or at least how they're looking. Like, give me some examples of bands in the 80s that were considered emo.
Well, emo was just more personal lyrics of hardcore. So bands like Embrace and Rites of Spring are credited with creating emo. Exactly.
Dude. Stop. I've been in radio.
Let me embrace you.
I've been in radio since 18. I've never heard of those bands. And they were a big influence on emo?
Yeah, because emo originally was just an offshoot of hardcore. And then there was a second wave.
How about a band we would recognize from the 80s that
from the 80s?
was considered emo?
You're no one.
But you just said that it goes back to the 80s.
I'm sorry.
Sure.
Foundry, song Pendulum defines emo.
But anyway.
Stephen Carr said it best when he went, arr.
Well, there's news reports on being an emo. They're a little worried about the kids getting into emo.
Oh, boy.
It's a fashion that has turned deadly. Emo. It started out as a type of music and is warped into a lifestyle.
I see it as people who are expressing their pain through their actions, whether it be cutting, writing, lyrics, music.
Cutting.
It's their expression. And, I don't think we understand it because we don't have that pain. We don't have those imbalances.
It's a group of people. They're very emotional. And so, I know that some of them cut themselves and that they like to wear tight clothes.
It's a fad that's popped up in our area in the past year. Kids dress in dark clothes, dark hair.
Not what you'd say gothic, but close to it. There's no boots, there's no chains, stuff like that, but it's all black hair that covers half your face,
good call.
covers one eye, and the point of that is they'll only see the world in half view.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, let me tell you what's going on
kidding
here.
me?
I could solve this whole problem.
Wrap it up.
Whatever happened to just rocking? Know what happened? They changed the drinking age in this country to 21. At 18, you would just get effed up and just rock. So they changed the drinking age. They made it harder to drink. These kids still want to get off. So they start, taking mommy's pills and this and that and all that. All the drug culture just exploded.
So they're all depressed?
Yes! Bring the drinking age back down to 18 and we'll be rocking
Let's
again.
get these kids drunk.
I'm dead serious. Because instead of hanging in a social atmosphere, like when we were growing up, you were drinking in a bar at 18. And drunk driving was a sport, the whole deal, we know.
Yeah.
But then they changed the drinking age, and these kids, all of a sudden they were going to go and go to a chess club or something? They're teenagers. They still want to, experiment and get effed up. So what did they do? It was easier to get pills.
I have the solution for emo, by the way. It's very simple. It's this. Dye your hair back. You look stupid.
Cut your bangs. I like that whole hair covering half their face and their eyes so they can only see half the world.
Is that what that is? That's
only see
awful.
half the world, man.
Because half
Isn't
my
that
brain
great?
is effed up.
How about I walked around with hair in both my eyes for years. I didn't want to see any of the world. Is that it? I think they just wear their hair like that. I don't think there's a secret message. Is there a secret message to it?
No, it's
just
just fashionable.
Do you grow your hair on your face like that so you can only taste half the world with your mustache and beard?
See, the dumb politicians that think they know what's going on, when they changed that drinking age, they just thought no one would get effed up anymore. It's like, this is what we're going to solve this. No, it forced teenagers to go after hardcore crap. Stuff that's a lot worse than drinking. A lot worse.
This stuff, though,
drinking in a little pot. It was like, all right, what does mommy have in her in the old medicine cabinet? Thank you.
This is one of those situations, though. You could go back years with the same thing with goth when they were talking about how dangerous that is. Club kids. Oh, it's a dangerous lifestyle. Or just years and years ago, rock and roll.
Dude, club kids.
Going to rock and roll shows. Oh, my God, it's dangerous. The news would always report on how dangerous.
Club kids never really took off, thank God.
Remember when all the talk shows, all they did were club kids? Sally, Jesse, Raphael, every day, club kids today, and a bunch of fruits dressed all weird, getting yelled at by the audience for dressing like that.
Yeah, they were. They would dress in like little Bo Peep outfits and suck on ecstasy lollipops.
Sally, let me tell you something. I am a club kid and damn proud of it.
But see,
and the rest of these freaks would start applauding.
But don't be confused. These TV shows thought that it would make for interesting TV. I don't think it ever really took off like they were trying to say it did.
Yeah.
The emo definitely is. It's what's
Emo's more mainstream.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then it'll be ridiculous to be emo because it'll be too mainstream. And that's usually the death of all these things. Like hair bands and stuff like that. It reached a point where it was a parody of itself. Mm-hmm. And then that's when something new comes out of the woodwork and everyone goes, oh, wow, okay, that's cool now.
Hey, someone's saying Nirvana was emo.
Stop it.
I'll have a problem with you, Jeremy.
I like this. Look at line 9 and line 10. Travis is an idiot. You know nothing about emo. And the next line is Travis knows what he's talking about.
Are you still there, sir? Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Travis doesn't know anything about emo?
You're on with Travis.
Travis has absolutely no idea what he's talking about.
No?
Embrace and Rites of Spring are traditional hardcore from DC. If you told the guys Embrace and Rites of Spring that they were emo, they'd fucking do it.
Well, he cursed, so no one's going to hear his point. But he said if you knew the guys in those bands, I don't even know them, that Travis mentioned, if you said they were emo, they would kick the crap out of you.
Yeah. They'd basically tell you that you're full of bunk.
Well,
right.
That's because nobody likes to be called emo. That's never been, a good genre to be in.
Very close to homo.
Yes.
It's, yeah. Let's Deputy believes there's an emo scale which awards points for how emo you could get.
Deputy Magra learned about emos firsthand at home with his daughter, and then more at work. Emos, or emotional people, are first noticed by what they wear.
Isn't that all people?
Emotional
Yeah,
people.
everyone but Vulcans can be
Right.
emo.
The rest of us are robots.
I am not emo.
I know. It's everyone. It covers all humans but Kenny.
I am not emo. Me and Kenny rule the planet by not being emo. I'm a little emo because I can't stand Kenny. Isn't that an emotion? Oh, my God.
Although we should dress Kenny up as emo person.
You've put in my emotion chip.
Emo. He's dumbo.
Hey, Travis, is there any Jimmy Eat World lyrics that really get you going? I bet you there are some because that's your favorite band. You're an emotional boy. Holding a cat.
Emo.
Yeah.
What is
I am Smith.
I am emo.
I am Smith.
I am emo.
Are first noticed by what they wear, but it's what they do that is dangerous.
The look of the fashion is not the bad thing. There's a difference between looking it and acting it. The acting of the fashion is where the more depressed you look, the more points you earn. There's a point system with this fashion. An emo scale is what they call it.
You can earn a point or two for wearing tight, worn sweaters. More points if you cry a lot. And a few more...
Wow. More points if you cry a lot.
Like, that's good? God. Man, I don't know. The guys out there are really lucky, man. These girls are just emotional wrecks. Oh, man. Where were they when we were growing up?
So needy. Just give them a little, little tussle on top of the head, and before you know it,
What a collection of nerds.
More points if you cry a lot. And a few more if you cut yourself. And you hit the jackpot if you attempt suicide.
We have some kids that are acting out where they're doing a lot of self-cutting, self-mutilation. There's no psychological problem with the young children. It's just for the fashion. The more they cut, the more pills, the more they talk about suicide, the cooler they are.
Attention getters.
I'm an emo.
You are an emo, Jimmy.
I did all that.
Everything was described. Yeah, the crying, the cutting, the attempted suicide.
Jimmy's the grandfather of emo.
Yeah, you're like Neil Young with grunge.
It was started in my North Brunswick bedroom when I pledged my soul to Satan.
Imagine Jimmy becomes a god. Imagine you become a god.
Jimmy,
they figure out that you started emo.
They trace that emo to Jimmy Norton.
Yeah. Jimmy, you admit when you're doing the wrists and stuff, you're just looking for attention, all right?
Of course. I just
attention.
wanted a nuzzle.
Me.
I think I'm cool. No one gets my pain, man.
Oh, Jimmy.
It was suburban drivel.
What would you do if you're walking around your high school and a girl is showing off her cuts around her wrists and you openly laughed at her?
That'd be the only
Instead of giving her the attention she's trying to get.
Do they wear clothing that shows the scars from the cuts?
I don't know why you keep looking at me. I'm not.
You're the emo expert.
You're sitting in the
every
expert.
show has the expert that comes on.
That's
you watch
the
things like
expert
Larry
seat.
King and Hannity and stuff. There's an expert that comes in and talks. You're that guy right now.
You're sitting in the expert
You have a
seat.
mic in front of you. Anything goes.
So speak up, Travis.
To me, all this sounds like is the exact same kids who listened to Marilyn Manson when I was in high school. It's just another label that they've put on people.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time people are cutting
Yeah, but
themselves,
they
you know?
got kind of...
Now it's just called emo? Like
But Marilyn Manson...
They got a little fruity.
They got a little fruity. I was trying to come up with the
More
word.
emo.
I didn't want to piss off Brian out there, but they got a little fruity.
Emo kids have reverse mullets. That's true.
Marilyn...
They do short in the back and then it's very long in the front.
Marilyn Manson, you know, he dressed a little strange, but you would look at him and go, man, he could still kick your ass. These new bands, they're a little fruity.
A little faggy. I don't know, and the music's a little too poppy to be depressing.
Yeah.
We got to take a break. Let's get the last clip in, though.
Before we do, can I ask Francis from Stripes a question? He says, who is that psychopath?
Francis.
Yeah.
Creeping everybody.
Line up, Francis.
There are websites that you can go on where you can learn how to become emo, and there are quizzes that'll tell you how emo you are. You can even buy cutting boards online that show you exactly how to cut your wrist. Now, there's no prize for gaining all these points. It's just bragging rights kids use with their friends and on their weblogs. It's a fashion that sheriff's deputies want to warn parents about. Even students who have friends that aren't emo think it's a dangerous lifestyle.
I definitely do, because it's almost like the first level, their first action, they don't get the attention, they take it to the next step. And they keep going and going until they realize that every little thing, the worse it is, the more attention they get. And I think, what point is it going to be that they went too far, that they didn't get that attention?
God, I don't understand kids today that they would like play into that crap and go, oh, look at her. And I would openly. Well, I'm older, that's why. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like my dad, but I'll just admit it. I'm too old to understand that you'd actually walk around and give these people real attention because they're cutting themselves and stuff.
They're douchebags.
Dude, find that website. I want to see how you cut your wrist. I'll do it on the air. I'll do it on the air.
You're gonna email yourself?
What?
Let's wait till after 10.
Well, no.
Yeah, there might be a reason to after 10.
Maybe we should just do it after 10. But find that website. I want to see how you do it. I'll do it.
No,
and I'm not going to do it for attention. I'll do it and then go, all right, now what?
I say E-Rock.
Now what?
Eric does it for his blunder.
Yeah, you have to email yourself.
I'll email myself. All right, anyway.
Then saying, and this is true, they have hair like Japanese anime characters, which is always very long in the front, and over their eyes, their big eyes. Oh, you want to take this? Sickos.
Speaking of Panic at the Disco, someone is panicking in the other room. So why don't we take a break? That's one of the many emo bands out there, just trying to sound hip with the kids.
That pink tie, he looks like a turned-on dog.
With that, it's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus is spreading. Get infected. Opie and Anthony!
Hey, thanks for the support. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Tell a friend. We would greatly appreciate that. I want to say hi to Chicago this morning. What's up, Chicago? Big hi to everyone listening to us on WCKG. Phones are lit, but you need the number 1-866-313-FREE. So Dice's TV show started last night. It's getting horrific reviews.
It is.
Oh, just awful reviews in the New York papers anyway. I watched, I don't know. It was interesting to me because we know all the players, I guess.
Yeah, because we know the guy and the supporting crew.
And we were really close with Dice for many years.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long, 4 or 5 years easily. Did our show. I think we did some great things with Dice on the radio. We really did. We used to goof on him a lot, and it just made for some really, really good radio.
And he would goof back. Mm-hmm. It was fun. Nice sense of humor. And then he turned into a jackass.
Yeah, the critics are hating the show, but that doesn't mean anything. Nope. Make it perfectly clear, we do not get along with Dice anymore whatsoever. Seems like Dice has this thing where he likes to just turn his back on people, stab people in the back.
Burn bridges.
He loves burning bridges. And that's what was interesting about the show last night, because it's Dice with just a couple of lackeys that are left from his original road crew.
Lackeys?
No, seriously.
My lackeys.
You know, because he's just turned his back on everybody.
Yeah.
So he's left with just a couple of insecure people that are still willing to be around that crap.
Take his crap.
Everything is a thing with Dice. Everything is a thing. Everything.
You hear?
It used to be kind of fun back in the day because it made like just the most mundane stuff interesting.
Everything was drama with him.
Every single part of his day was associated with drama.
Some kind of drama going on.
So I'm not going to trash the show. I thought it was kind of interesting. We try to keep it honest here. We're not getting along with the guy, but I found it interesting. I don't know if the average viewer is going to find it interesting. I guess that we'll have to wait and see on that.
From the clips I saw, it looked too much like too much stuff was staged.
Wow.
Written or like improvised as it was happening, but it was like you could tell they had a little plot to follow kind of a thing.
Well, you know what? Hogan's knows best. They do season after season after
blatantly
season.
Written, yeah.
And the whole thing is written. and they make believe it's a reality show. You know, no one is going to do it as well as Ozzy did. They're all trying to get that next Ozzy hit.
Yep.
Right, man.
You know, Danny Bonaducci came close, but you know, you can't have Danny Bonaducci out of control for season after season. So that was then no one watched the second season of Breaking Bonaducci. No one.
Nope.
The first season, he let it all out there. And I couldn't even, I didn't watch one episode, and I was a huge fan of the first season, you know?
Yeah.
Hogan's Knows Best I watched because I wanted to check out his hot daughter, and then I realized his daughter's not even hot. She's got like a man's chin, and she's like 6'2", 200 pounds.
She'll kick your ass.
We met her. She's good looking, but she's huge.
Yeah.
She's got the same body type as her mom and Hulk Hogan.
As the Hulkster.
To try to shove her down our throat like she's going to be the next like pop princess is ridiculous.
Don't speak ill of the Hulkster. You're getting Flip the Bird from E-Rock over there.
Really, E-Rock?
I just saw him flip you the bird.
Well, the deal with Dice is that he's trying to resurrect his career. He was obviously huge in the late 80s and up until about 1990. He never went away. And his dream now is to play Giant Stadium.
Giant Stadium.
And he's pretty much filming this, quote, comeback. He's been trying to make a comeback for 15 years. They make believe he came out of retirement. He never went away.
No, he's been playing small clubs and
bigger clubs.
Yeah, that's what he's been doing.
And when he had
Vegas.
When he had some popularity with our show, you know, he's not going to admit any of this stuff anymore, but he openly admitted that we helped him sell out the Beacon Theater 3 nights in a row and that we sold half of Madison Square Garden for the guy back in 2000, 2001, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But now, you know, with this show, he claims he's going to play Giant Stadium, and people are openly laughing at him.
Well, yeah, because I don't think he can do it.
It's kind of a lofty goal. You think like the Garden's a great goal or the Meadowlands, but you know, 90,000
Giant
seats.
Stadium.
That's 90,000 seats.
Is it not? Are you kidding me?
You're going to see it on the field too. Sure.
No.
Oh my God.
Know who sells out Giant Stadium?
U2.
U2, the Rolling Stones. We saw Rolling Stones at Giant Stadium. Dave Matthews Band.
Right.
Jimmy Eats World.
Jimmy Eats World. Panic at the Disco.
A lot of emos in there.
Travis Eats Mules.
Maybe Dice is getting the Beatles back together or something.
Maybe there's some trick that we don't know.
Maybe there's some kind of trick. Yeah. They're going to, like, I don't know, have Jesus' coffin there.
Yeah.
To look at.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jesus' bones. And then, oh, my God. Wait, and people are outside in the parking lot going, okay, I'll go in and see that.
Yeah. Well, we got a couple of clips. Dice talking to his manager was just beyond hilarious, and we know all the people that are in this show, by the way. Dennis, Dice's old manager, because Dice, I guess, like everybody else in his life, he fired him. Dice just thinks he knows better than anyone else as he moves forward here.
Oh, is Dennis in this? Dennis
is in here pretty much openly laughing at him. Dennis is pretty much is the guy that's in charge of the O&A Traveling Virus.
Yeah, he's...
I mean, Pete does all the grunt work, but Dennis is right there making all the major decisions and helping us out with our comedy tour every summer.
That's why it's so funny to see him in this situation.
And Dennis is a straight shooter, man. Dice is sitting there, and Dennis is like, well, how about we start with, like, I think he said 500-seat venues. And
yeah.
He goes, I want you to have dreams, but there's also something called fantasies.
Yeah, he's in Fantasyland. And it's so bad that they start the show off with, like, old clips of Dice.
Yeah.
They show him with the Dice Rules jacket on, walking out in like, an arena with people going crazy. And then they switch to, you know, Dice now with his black hair and gray sideburns.
And that was weird about the TV show last night, because one scene they're gray, the next scene they're jet black, then it goes back to gray.
It's my Just for Men.
Yeah,
I ran out of Just for Men. You hear? I go from the top down, so by the time I reach the sideburns, I run out. So they got to stay gray. I got like pork chop sideburns, but that had some confectioner's sugar put on them. That's what it looks like.
Looks like he's eating a lot of donuts.
Yeah.
So this scene from the manager's office is just really, really interesting and telling. This is from Undisputed last night. I guess it's on VH1.
Do you remember when you called me up and you said, you want to cross the street? Meaning going into Giant Stadium.
Well, that was a time I knew I couldn't do that. It wasn't that I couldn't feel it, but mentally.
Wait, when was the time that Dennis said, let's cross the street? Basically, what he was saying, you did Madison Square Garden, let's cross the street and really show him something and go to Giant Stadium.
Yeah.
And he said back then he couldn't do it?
I think that Andrew actually told me that one time. I think that he sold the Meadowlands in 20-something minutes back then, and they wanted him to do Giant Stadium, and or his agent said, do you want to do Giant Stadium, which would have been 90,000, and Dice, he told me, he's like, I was afraid to do it. I would have had a heart attack. I couldn't, it was too many people.
Yeah, he said he could have done it, but he couldn't do it mentally.
Oh, okay.
Back when he was selling arenas, I mean, I don't know if he would have sold 90,000 seats, but he would have made a good showing. I mean, he would have back in those days.
And no one will ever argue that.
Yeah, there was a time he was top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't do that. It wasn't that I couldn't feel it, but mentally I couldn't handle it. But I feel it's unfinished business, and I think with the right moves, we can take it to that level.
I think that's a great goal. When are you talking about doing this?
I think we have to...
That's what's great about Dennis.
I think that's a great goal. We should all have goals in our lives. Certain goals we'll reach, certain goals we won't.
What Dennis was basically saying there, well, we got to wait for them to invent the time machine.
Yeah.
That's basically what Dennis is trying to say politely here. When are you planning on doing this?
Yeah, it's a good goal.
Because you're not doing this until they invent the time machine.
First, you need to get a DeLorean,
right.
And then get a flux capacitor. And you put that in, and when you hit 88 miles per hour, you can go back in time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's what you got to do. And then, I have no problem with Giant Stadium. Go back to 1980, what,
88.
Somewhere around there. Yeah. That'll be nice.
Here's the reality. We worked our balls off for Dice back in the day. He gave us great radio, and so we helped him, and we sold out 3 nights in a row at the Beacon. And like I said, we sold out half of Madison Square Garden for Dice. It was one of his dreams to go back to Madison Square Garden. And 5th game of the World Series,
Yankees-Mets
in New York City, we were still able to get close to 10,000 people in Madison Square Garden for the guy.
Yeah.
And that was with us busting our hump, being on an extremely popular radio show in New York City.
Yeah.
Who is he going to get to help him now?
Howie?
We're not helping him. Howie's not going to be able to get it done on satellite radio for the guy.
No.
So how is this going to happen, I ask him today.
I got to go back. I got to go back in time. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, Doc, I got a problem. I'm here. I'm back over here now to sell out Giant Stadium, but my mom wants to bang me. I don't understand. And my dad is an ass. And my mom wants to sleep with me, you hear? So I got to go back in time to fix what's over here and then come back over here. You hear? There's a problem with the flux thing. The flux thing. It don't work. I came back and I went to the fantasy under the sea dance. And Biff was hurting my mother. So I help her, but now my mother wants to bang me. Oh! I need your help, Doc. Gigawatts? What are you talking? The lightning hits the tower, then I get back and I sell out Giant Stadium, and then I punch Biff in the face. Well, actually, my dad does, because the picture of me at Giant Stadium selling it out, it's slowly disappearing. Look, there's me, Club Soda Kenny, and Wheels, and Kenny's gone.
Now, he blew off Club Soda Kenny.
He's out of the picture.
You blew him off after 18 years of service and never gave him an explanation.
But I got to go back in time in the DeLorean, so he comes back in the picture.
When are you going to tell Kenny why you turned your back on him after 18 years of service?
I'll do that in part 2.
Part 2? Okay.
When I got a big place called Dice's.
Yeah.
It's a casino, because I run the town now. And I'll tell him then that he's welcome to come back. Because I get a sports book, and I make bets. You hear?
I hear ya.
Look at me, I'm on a hoverboard. I'm on my hoverboard.
I see that, Dice.
And then Club Soda Kenny, I'm chasing him, and my car hits a bunch of horse crap, and it falls in. I'm very upset. Yeah, me. But it's the only way I'll sell out Giant Stadium.
Or like we said, on Friday's show, give invites out to all the people you stabbed in the back and turn your back on, and then that place, I think you could do 2 nights at that point.
I don't want to completely sell it out. I'll have to sell obstructed view so they could throw stuff at me behind poles.
As a goof, we should just sell out Giant Stadium with cardboard people.
You know, it'd be great.
Like that scene in King of Comedy. He could perform in front of
cardboard people.
In front of cardboard people.
That's how we'll fill the rest of the seats.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, how about this?
Or mirrors. You could use mirrors to sell out that place.
So it looks like the audience goes on forever.
Yeah.
I like the idea we'll pour gasoline on the George Washington Bridge and light it and call it the Burning Bridge Tour. As you're driving to see me, the bridge is burning. Just like I do with everybody. Oh! Jackass.
What a dope. Here's some more audio from the manager's office.
Wanna go back in time? Da-da-da-da-da.
Here's more audio from last night, Dice talking to his old manager, because then I guess after this conversation, pretty much he fired him, and then we heard things where he called him back, and then
Jetson, you're fired.
And Dennis is like, why don't we take a break? Why don't we just take a break?
When are you talking about doing this?
I think we have to obviously build. I mean, we couldn't go on sale today and sell out Giant Stadium.
I would love to sell you Dice, however. I want you to have dreams, but there's a difference between dreams and fantasies.
Yeah, but years ago,
it's a long way from home, man.
This is something that, you're just the one guy that.
Yeah.
Hi, I've got Debbie Gibson on line 2.
All right, I'll be right there. Dice, I gotta leave.
All right.
If that doesn't put it in perspective.
Debbie Gibson calls up and he's got to take her call over Dice.
If that doesn't say a lot.
That's going to be a tough sell.
Yeah. Especially now that he backstabbed us and everybody else that could have probably helped him. Honestly, he's never selling out Giant Stadium. Not at this point, unless there's some huge opening act, or unless there's like 100 comics.
So I'm thinking, Giant Stadium.
Yeah.
And we sell it out.
Yeah.
Alan Thicke is on line 2. All right, I'll take it right away.
Alan Thicke.
Alan Thicke.
Wait, I get serious here. It's Giant Stadium, 90,000 people.
Yeah.
And I know I could do the job. I know, just put me in there.
Joe Piscopo's on line 5. Joe Piscopo. All right, put him right through. Sorry, Dice.
You do one.
Wait, I got
a request for one.
All right, back to business.
Yeah, back to business.
Now, what about merchandise? These are going to be 90,000 people that are going to want Dice shirts, Dice Rules jackets,
Excuse me, Milli Vanilli's on line 2?
The one remaining member?
Yeah, the one that didn't kill himself?
Milli Jesus.
And then I put Gary Coleman on hold for you, but you might want to pick up right away.
Gary Coleman?
He's still on hold, by the way.
The hell is going on? This is important to me. I know I could do this.
Yeah.
It's Giant Stadium. It's like my hometown. It's very close.
I don't know how this is possible, but Sam Kinnison's on line 5. I put him through.
He's dead.
That's how you sell out.
You're taking a corpse over me.
That's how you sell out Giant Stadium. Bring Sam Kinison back from the dead. People would go see that.
Rick Springfield is on line 4. Rick Springfield.
And Tiffany's on line 4, so.
Put them right through. Both of them on conference, because I'm thinking of putting a concert with both of them together. Yeah, we're gunning for Giant Stadium. Everything's Giant Stadium now.
Might as well do the Has-Been Tour.
Has-Been Tour. Robert Palmer, is he dead? Yes, he is. Sorry. It's going to be hosted by MC Hammer.
Yeah.
who is now calling on line 3.
The Where's the Beef lady wants to be part of this.
And Jerry from the Facts of Life. I think she's calling.
Unbelievable. Oh!
All right, listen, we got to take a break. There's 2 more clips I want to play from last night's show. We said earlier he makes a thing out of everything.
A thing!
He has a huge fight last night over soap. And the montage. The Love Hurts montage had me just laughing my balls off because it's something he would never do.
Right.
He's doing it for TV.
It's so staged.
We'll explain in a few minutes. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. It's the Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202. Opie and Anthony!
Right, it's the Opie and Anthony Show. Very exciting news, by the way. MacBook karaoke is back.
Yes.
Remember, I saw the swine.
I saw the swines.
Yeah, we created a star the last time we did this.
I was demanding without understanding. I saw the swine.
We don't have time to play her entry from the last time. So we'll play it tomorrow, and for all the moaners out there like, oh, trust me, there's more people that have not heard that chick sing I Saw the Swine than have. And we're gonna get new ones. So yes, go to www.923freefm.com. 923freefm.com for details. Win the new MacBook, sleek and sexy. Create everything from music, movies, greeting cards, podcasts, websites, and more. Head to the Apple Store or apple.com to check it out. But the good news, someone is going to win a MacBook. I think we're going to give one away a day like we did last time. I don't know.
Yeah, it's similar to last time.
Wait, do we have to give one away today? Oh, you just scared the crap out of me. Okay, we're just starting the contest, right? All right. MacBook karaoke. So go to www.923freefm.com to find out how to get your entries in and all that, and all the rules and stuff. Maybe we should have read that. All right, back to Dice Undisputed last night on VH1. So we were talking about how he makes a thing out of everything.
Yeah, everything's drama.
So he got divorced. He's seeing this girl, Eleanor, who is she is a very, very, very nice person. I have nothing bad to say about Eleanor. Honestly, Dice doesn't deserve her, if you want to know the truth. And they're at home, and they get into a huge fight over soap. Soap. Here's the clip from last night.
There's no soap. Hold on a second. Okay, so change the soap. You know what? Let me call you right now. Call you back. You can't change the soap?
I'm changing it.
Thank you.
I know it's too hard for you to do.
It's a simple task, so why not?
I know.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing. You know, how long's the soap been empty?
Soap? How do I know?
Well, if you weren't on the phone 24 hours a day...
I got 3 pots going here. She called. I answered.
Well, did you wash your hands when you
Yes, before. Maybe I used the end of it.
I know to you it's funny.
You know why it's funny? Because you're arguing with me over soap.
I'll change the soap.
You already did.
You know what? I'll change girlfriends. How's that sound?
What's wrong with you?
Forget it.
What? You start something you can't finish it?
There's nothing to finish. I don't want to get mad.
This is the same guy that sold out Madison Square Garden.
Arguing about soap.
Right.
And it was about 2 feet away from him in a cabinet.
Yeah.
And he just took it out and put it next to the sink.
It wasn't really about the soap now, was it? It's never really about the soap.
It's about the soap at Giant Stadium. That will never happen.
Right. Oh, he's going to sell out Giant Stadium, though. So this is all going to work out in the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sponsored by Palmolive. Because I mentioned soap. I figured they'd pay for it. Come on board, soap. Tide. Soap.
I don't even think the new Pope could sell out Giant
Ivory
Stadium.
Snow.
Ivory Snow, what?
Soap.
Soap?
Yeah.
I hear.
Which way?
You bet.
Palmolive.
So there you go. He's got some problems in that head of his.
Yeah.
So he gets in a huge fight over soap, and then he has to hit the road, and he didn't solve the fight. And then he's on the road, and he notices that Eleanor's not calling him.
Oh, boy.
So then he gets advice from some dude, basically hinting like, look, you know, you got to give in a little. This is a nice girl here. You're going to blow it again. How many times are you going to blow it in your life? And that's when we got to see the Dice montage with the song Love Hurts playing in the background.
Oh, God.
With him going on a train by himself.
I'm just thinking.
That's what he's doing. He's riding a train and standing on the train platform and walking around New York, I guess.
Yeah. And then he walks by a billboard. I think it says something like, "Are you afraid of commitment?"
Yeah.
You know, oh, wow. And then they show him, like, walking past Madison Square Garden where he was huge back in the day. And then he walks by Dangerfields where he made his name, obviously. It was after the Dangerfield performance that everyone knew who Andrew Dice Clay was. So it was all in this montage as Love Hurts.
And what did he walk from
dramatically.
The Garden to Dangerfields?
Well, no, it's just a montage. So they got the shot of him outside Madison Square Garden, jumped back in a limo.
How many blocks is that?
Oh, that's like on the other side of town.
I know. 34th and 7. Dangerfield is 62nd and 1st.
So, like, he's supposed to be walking.
You would walk all night to go from Madison Square Garden to Dangerfield.
You don't walk to get your thoughts together and go, taxi! I'm walking, but I'm over here, and I think I'll be more emotional walking over there. It doesn't work like that. If you're really just walking, you don't hop in a cab to walk past landmarks.
Dude, it was the Love Hurts montage.
Yeah, with a video camera following him, which he knows is following him, and trying to look overly dramatic by going by places that he, finds familiar.
And we all know Dice is the type of person, he wouldn't be caught dead on a train or a subway.
Without 20 people around him.
Yeah, but he was just by himself on a train.
Your fans touching him. He want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Shaking his hand.
He actually showing...
Hey, you're Dice.
Actually showing some kind of emotion. Dice doesn't show any emotion. He's a dinosaur.
He needs people to run block between him and his fans, too.
Right.
Like someone like Kenny used to do that. People would come up and he'd go,
well,
I just want to say hi to Dice.
Well, you can't go up to him like that. You'd shake his hand. If he wants it, then okay.
Nah, see, that doesn't happen because he blew off Club Soda Kenny after
the old
years
days
of service.
Yeah.
And never gave Kenny a reason. Not even the balls to give the guy a reason. I don't think it's going to work there. That blows.
I'm going to miss Sam.
That blows. He ran it in and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sam dropping down the list.
Anyway, so Eleanor hasn't called, and finally one of his guys goes, look, you got to compromise a little bit. This is a good girl here. You don't want to lose her, too. So this is the clip leading up to the Love Hurts montage.
Anytime you're ready to say something or jump to something, take a few steps back. You have someone who loves you. You hear me? Yeah. Take care.
And that's where the clip ends. That's why Sam was running in with another version, because all of a sudden it's like, Love Hurts. And there's Dice walking outside Madison Square Garden.
Just walking
and reflecting on his career and thinking about his career. And
Love Hurts.
Oh,
you're here.
Wait, here it is.
Anytime you're ready to say something or jump to something, take a few steps back. You have someone who loves you. You hear me? Yeah. Take care.
He walks out.
Sensitive Dice.
Look for happiness. I mean, settle for happy moments, because that's all life is.
Show a clip of him at the Garden.
Yeah. Outside Dangerfield. Yeah. On a train doing some thinking.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do when you're depressed, is you find a train, the nearest train.
It does. Yeah. It won't. I put myself out there on the train. Who is this, a fan? Get away from me. Hey, camera people, chase this ass away. I'm thinking. Choo-choo.
The Love Hurts month.
Love Hurts. Hey,
He's turned into a dope.
Every jackass has a sensitive side.
Oh, you got a sensitive side there, Dice?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like the heavy metal album.
They were called power ballads.
Power ballads.
Back in the day.
They're when you're hurting a little.
Yeah.
When you feel hurt.
Are you going to sing a power ballad when you sell out Giant Stadium?
I'll sing a power ballad.
Yeah.
About selling out Giant Stadium.
Yeah.
And being there in the moment with my people as they watch me as time goes back to 1988.
Well, the time machine.
I need a time machine.
Time machine, back to 19...
I'm thinking I go, no, part 3.
Part 3?
I want to go back in time.
Oh, wow.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, now me and Doc, see, we end up in the Old West. And now Doc is the guy that books me at the saloon. At the big saloon.
But you got to be booked at Giant Stadium.
Well, I'll work up to that.
Okay.
See, here's the trick.
Yeah.
The old saloon is where Giant Stadium's going to be built. So technically, I'm playing at Giant Stadium. Before they build the clock tower. Look, it's a picture of me and Doc in the old days.
I see that.
And Wheels and Happy Face and Kenny. On hoverboards.
Are you hiding as a scientist?
Yeah. And then he brings me back in a train. I don't know. It's stupid.
And you're building an ice cube machine, I believe, right?
Hey, number 2, I came back and my house was owned by college.
Yeah, well.
I don't know what happened. I use a pie dish as a Frisbee, and someone else gets all the credit. I invented the Frisbee. Hoo-hoo.
I want to hear a power ballad, though. I mean, the Love Hurts montage you did for your show was terrific.
Well, I'll sing one at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Maybe Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Every rose has its thorns.
Yeah?
Every man was an oyster back then. Yeah? I am me.
Why isn't Kenny in the studio right now?
He's a complete ass.
Kenny has abandoned us.
He's entertained.
I think he might be. He's somewhere being entertained. All right, well, the power ballad, it's great. It's how you show your emotion.
Yeah. Where's some power ballad?
Yeah. All right.
Got any from the old power ballad collection?
Do we have one?
Yeah, where's a good one?
You want to hear one?
Let me hear one. Oh,
he just did that one.
He just did that one.
What? Oh, yeah, do that one.
Good one.
Which one is this?
Skid Row.
Hello? Yeah, I'm just leaving a message for you. I miss you. I'm on a train. Yeah, no, all alone. Except for the 20 people behind the camera. Because I'm scared. I don't go out on a train by myself. And, yeah, I'm reflecting. No, reflecting. It's like what you do when you stand there and a camera's pointing at you with 50 people and you walk around and take cabs but don't take that and you walk in front of places. I'm reflecting. No, you stupid bitch. I'm reflecting over here. I just want to tell you something. Okay? You listening? Remember yesterday, walking hand in hand, love letters in the sand. Hey, you stupid whore, I remember you.
Hey, pick up.
Pick up the phone. How long is this tape? It doesn't beep or nothing. I remember you.
Hey, Dice, is it true next week you can do the horse and buggy montage?
Yeah, I'm going to be in the horse and buggy reflecting.
Yeah.
I do a lot of reflecting on the show.
Oh, you have to.
You got to reflect because I'm looking back at when I was, big.
Massive. You were the biggest.
And now I walk around and no one even says hi to me. No more. They film me. I got some hangers-on still, but for the most part, I'm a nobody.
Actually, everyone's gone. You pretty much sent everyone home. Everybody.
Where's Kenny? Kenny!
No.
Jimmy!
No.
Jimmy!
No.
Where's it?
No.
Remember yesterday? Walking on that stage, at Madison Square Garden. I remember it. Remember my nursery rhymes. Hickory dickory dock. The chick has a...
Well, you're going to be doing all those rhymes at Giant Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my dreams. This song's sad. I'm reflecting. I gotta take a leak. Where can I go? Can I go into one of those bathrooms that play my sound clip?
Oh,
that
yeah.
says, hey, you're in the toilet. Watch my show.
Oh, yeah, the urinal advertising. Whatever. Good luck to you.
Good luck. Godspeed.
You always,
Dice Man.
You always knew what you were doing, right?
Oh.
He knows better than anyone.
Hey, let's thank Basil Tees, Stephen Farley, executive chef.
Oh, thank you.
And what's the other dude's name? Bob? Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
We got omelets from these guys today. They were great, and coffee, and fresh
stuff.
juice, and granola, and fruit. Very, very good. It's Basil Tees, 1171 Hooper Avenue in Toms River. Thank you so much, guys. And BasilTees.com. What?
I'm becoming emo. I'm getting emo over here.
Kind of has that emo look.
I'm emo.
The jet black hair.
Well, not the sideburns, but the hair.
With the Jackie O sunglasses.
I'm wearing the big Jackie O sunglasses. I'm all emo. Put on some Jimmy Eat World.
He knows what he's doing. It's going to be fun to watch, I'll tell you that much. All right, guys, if you're not joining us over at XM, have a great day. We appreciate the support. Jimmy?
Pittsburgh this Thursday through Sunday at the Pittsburgh Improv.
Sweet.
Pittsburgh, nice.
Not nice.
Hello, Pittsburgh, not nice.
What's not nice about it?
Jimmy doesn't feel
It's
good.
just cold. They all go up there. We going on. Water gonna wash something. Their asses.
But they know their asses. That's why we love them. All right, guys, have a great day. We're out.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Look. If you had one shot, or one opportunity, seize everything you ever wanted, in one moment, did you capture, just let it slip. Yo.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, loud. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. That is, he knows he won't have it. He knows his whole back that he's broke. It don't matter, he's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so sad that he knows when he goes back to this mobile home. That's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go back to this moment and hope it don't. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better escaping through this hole that is gaping. This world is mine for the taking. Make me king as we move toward a new world order. A normal life is boring. The superstardom's close to postmortem. It only grows harder, only grows hotter. He blows, it's all over. These hoes is all on him. Coast to coast shows, he's known as the globe trotter. Lonely road god, only knows he's grown farther from home. He's no father. He goes home and barely knows his own daughter. But hold your nose, 'cause here goes the cold water. These hoes don't want him no more. He's cold product. They moved on to the next mode. Who slows, he knows those and so nada. The souls are so proper, it's told, it unfolds. I suppose it's old partner, but the beat goes on. Let it on. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it one shot, do not miss a chance to blow. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Do it. No more games, I'ma change what you call rage. Tear this motherfucking roof off like Rudolph's cage. I was playing in the beginning, the mood all changed. I've been chewed up and spit out and booed off stage, but I kept rhyming and stepped right in the next cipher. Best believe somebody's paying the Pied Piper. All the pain inside amplified by the fact that I can't get by with my 9 to 5, and I can't provide the right type of life for my family. Cause man, these goddamn food stamps don't buy diapers, and it's no movie, there's no Mackay Piper. This is my life, and these times are so hard, and it's getting even harder trying to feed and water my seed. Plus, see this order caught up between being a father and a prima donna. Baby mama drama screaming on her too much for me to wanna stay in one spot. Another damn monotony's gotten me to the point I'm like a snail. I've got to formulate a plot or end up in jail or shot. Success is my only motherfucking option. Failure's not. Mama love you, but this trail has got to go. I cannot grow old in Salem's lot. So here I go, it's my shot. Beat fail me not. This may be the only opportunity that I got. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss a chance to blow. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss a chance to blow. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better.
You had one shot, one opportunity. It's everything you really wanted. One more. But you capture. Just let it sit.
You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss a chance to blow. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss a chance to blow. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better.
They are the most vile, despicable human beings in the country. Creeps, ankle biter.
Obviously, the strength is their ability to turn mistruth into something people would believe.
Wow, how long is this guy going to continue to babble and say nothing?
All day long. Shut up. All right, here we go.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's worse than I imagined.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
We are a bunch of dopes.
I think we're lewd.
And we're probably pushing 20 arrests because of this radio show.
Out of touch cornballs.
3 retards.
We have the effect of Tylenol PM.
Opie.
You know I could have been a model.
Anthony.
I'm gay.
James Norton.
I like yogurt.
Robert Reed.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, there we go.
And we're live. Very good. The jury is in. They hate it. We're trying something new, but I think we go back to John S. in Hartford. His acoustic version of Ecstasy of Gold will be playing tomorrow before this part of the Opie and Anthony show.
Well, the whole thing is for people to kind of send in their version of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a official contest or anything. We just want to say, what you could come up with, because Metallica did it. So we played that, and everybody said, that sucks. So, come up with your own version.
And John S. so far has the best one. But Steve came to me this morning. He said, Eminem over Ecstasy of Gold. I'm like, man, that has potential. The problem the guy had was that he just played the whole song over Ecstasy of Gold.
Yeah.
If he would have used it sparingly, I think he might have been onto something personally. But having just basically starting 2 songs at the same time.
And have it just run together. That's pretty much what it was. 2 songs. With the beats kind of lined up, and that's it.
Yeah, it's a mashup, but you got I don't know. If he would have used Eminem sparingly, I think we might have been onto something, possibly. A few people did like it, by the way, but in general, most people said it blew. It sucked. They didn't like it. So we'll go back to John S.'s version tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's the current leader as far as the best Ecstasy of Gold that came in from one of our listeners.
Most people were just like, Ecstasy of Suck.
Yeah, I know.
This sucks.
And
what a piece of shit.
Even worse, we needed filler because we left that version over at Free FM,
Oops.
So we needed 5 minutes, so Bill decided I'll just pick 5 minutes of Opie sounding like he's 12.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Talking about the MDA telethon, which means nothing to nobody.
Completely irrelevant.
We just made fun of Dice for being lost in the past, and then we play a bit that meant nothing.
It's like 5 years old.
Except making me look like a complete asshole with my high voice.
That's a high voice. I think that tape was slowed down.
It was
recorded and then
no, it was sped up.
Sped up.
Yeah,
when it was played.
Yeah. So what a disaster. We went for filler to get the new version of Ecstasy of Gold.
Yeah,
and we failed on both fronts. So
miserably.
There you go.
And to boot, we've lost one of our own.
Little Jimmy Norton,
a casualty of the walk.
He tapped out. Yeah. In his place, though, we should have the Tennessee couple sit in. Oh, my God.
Hey, how you doing?
I love leaving Free FM. Every day we get listeners come running up to us, which sends Kenny into a complete panic.
Yeah.
And then, wow, what an accent. I'm amazed that we're in the same country.
It's not really.
Holy cow. This is why we'll never have a black president. Anthony is turning me.
See, there's so many people like this.
You just realize.
Just from the middle of the country, not very, not a lot of liberal states in the middle of the country.
Well, people enjoyed me sounding very, very, me with a very high voice.
Did they?
Yeah. But no one gives a shit about MDA anymore. We haven't cared about that in 7-8 years at this point.
Ancient history.
Danny, who do we have in the studio audience today?
Let's see. Your name is?
Byron Smart.
And you?
Mindy.
Mindy Smart? Are you also a smart? No? He's saying no,
yes,
she's saying yes. Something's happening.
Wait, she's not smart or she's not a smart?
Very smart.
She's very smart, and she's a smart?
Yes.
So why'd you say no when we said, is she a smart?
I'm trying to figure out why she married me, because I'm not very smart. So somebody's got to take up the slack, and it's her.
Why aren't you smart?
Through. I'm just a dumb country redneck from the hills and in a big city.
How much does that suck that your last name is Smart and you're a dummy?
Greatly.
What do you do?
Electrician.
Oh, okay.
That's not that's a good living.
Pull a lot of wires.
A little.
Yeah.
Get a little shock every now and then.
Yeah.
But it's a good living.
Oh yeah.
You do all right?
Yeah.
What part of Tennessee?
Middle Tennessee. It's about halfway middle of the state in either direction. It's
near
cow country.
So there's not even a major city he can say it's near?
Where we live, there's 100 people in our town.
100 in your town?
It's 45 minutes to anywhere that has anything.
So
it sounds dangerous.
So if you want to go to the, back in the day when Ant and I worked in Boston, we had this jock called Rocco, and he would go, dude, I'm going to the city tonight. And he was talking about Worcester, even though Boston was right there. So when you guys say, hey, let's go to the city or let's go to where the action is, what would that town be?
Nashville.
Oh, all right. So you're 45 minutes outside Nashville?
No. We're an hour from Nashville.
All right, so you're not going to, but that's like a weekend trip.
Yeah.
What do you do at night? You want to tie one on? Is there a town near you that you go to the local bar?
Oh, no. You go to the backyard.
Wait a minute. So you're an electrician in a town that has no people.
That doesn't need electricity.
Oh, wow. All right, your life does suck. Because I'm thinking electrician. You're an electrician in Philly or Boston or Washington.
I'm picturing a skyscraper going up. Sure. He's up there on a beam pulling conduit up or something.
All right, now I'm with you.
He's, Mrs. Smith needs a light bulb changed and she's not tall enough. He goes over.
You are dumb. You picked a profession that doesn't exist in your area.
You can drive, 30 minutes and find work. There's construction everywhere.
Yeah.
It's new houses.
A new outhouse going up every day.
So once again, if you're going to go to dinner, a movie, to the local bar, maybe a shopping area, because I'm not even going to say mall, what town would that be?
Well, big city would be Nashville, but there's Murfreesboro's a little closer, and it's got, good bars and clubs.
What?
Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro.
Borough.
Borough?
Borough, yes.
But he goes Burr. Murfreesboro.
Well, you could go to Smithville.
Smithville. Goddamn Smithville, man. And is that where a place would be where you could buy clothes and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of next to the lake. It's where all the big wigs go to get on their fancy houseboats and everything.
Fancy houseboats. There'd be houseboating out there going on.
And Sea-Doos.
Oh, yeah, Sea-Doos. Jet skis and...
Did he say Sea-Doos?
Sea-Doos.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. And jet skis and whatnot.
Who speaks Tennessee?
Where is the closest Walmart?
20 minutes.
Okay. You're never more than 20 minutes away from a fucking Walmart, even when there's a little town like that. Holy shit, that's amazing.
That was big time when we got a Walmart.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. You guys run around there like, what? It's like the future. I can't even move. What the fuck is this? Hardware and toys?
Yeah, we can buy bananas and CDs.
Yeah.
Oh, you can get it all at Walmart. If they don't carry it, you don't need it.
That's wow. That's a Walmart commercial right there. So yeah, when they put that in, how long ago was that about?
10 years.
10 years. You probably celebrate every year.
And what does Mrs. Smart do?
I am a manager of admin staff for a very large global company.
Whoa.
Oh, you are the smart one.
From...
Is it frustrating that you bring all the money home? It is, right?
You told them.
I've been doing my electricianing. Yeah, you're the breadwinner then, right? So that sounds like a higher paying job. Yeah.
Kids, anal sex.
Yes to the kids, no to the anal sex.
And really no to anal sex with kids.
Actually have a grandbaby on the way.
Grandbaby?
Really? You don't even look a month pregnant.
Well, we hit it well. It's the code. It's all the winter clothes here.
Yeah.
And how did you find out about the Opie and Anthony show?
From my darling other half here.
How did you find out about us, Mr.
XM.
Smart? You just had XM.
I was fixing some wires, and it started coming through my teeth. So I would listen to it in my head for a while, and then decided I better get the radio.
If you hold both ends of a 220 line, you get XM perfectly clear.
Right. That'll jolt you.
I've had XM now for about 2 years.
And what was the first impression of the show?
Kind of odd, but it grew on me.
Yeah.
It's
a virus.
That's why we call it the virus.
Yeah.
You don't really understand why you're going back to this show. At first, you're like, what is this? And then, then you're going about your daily life or whatever, and all of a sudden, like, for some reason, I need to check these guys out again.
We just become part of your life.
It's train wreck radio. You have to listen.
That's
it. You got to see what happens next.
That's what people are saying right now while you're speaking.
Yes, sir.
Train wreck radio.
And they're hoping that something's coming next.
I come all the way up here to go to a party because of XM and Pal Talk.
Really?
So, yes.
What's going on?
Oh. Big Boar Shovel had a little get-together. Met Andrew, Big A.
Big A.
And Raphael from Super Bowl.
Right.
And a lot of other Pal Talk people.
They were having a party this weekend. They didn't even tell us about it.
It's been known about for a month. So, yeah.
Did you know about it?
No.
Just because of Pal Talk now.
I was at other parties.
Swingers party?
No.
Yeah.
No.
She's saying yeah.
How did you two hook up? You seem like different types of people. She seems
I'll let her
successful.
Explain that.
There's a story there.
There's always a story. We actually met at a friend's house. I went looking for this friend, and he was not there, but we live in such a small town.
Jesus,
that
you're second best guy.
He was actually at this gentleman's house when he wasn't home. So
booty call?
I'm sorry?
Late night booty call?
No, it was more like 9 a.m. and
9 in the morning.
So we were there. We made ourselves at home about all day. And
wait, you guys had sex the first day?
No.
Oh,
wait, you knock on this door looking for a friend. How do you know the friend? Roommate? Yeah.
It's a real good friend of mine. We just all hung out at his house.
Okay.
We went up to see if he was going to work or watch the ball game. And he wasn't there. So we just went in, made ourselves at home, opened the fridge, started the grill, and she showed up looking for said friend. And we've been together pretty much ever since.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we raided the freezer and refrigerator looking for food, eat everything he had, and he's at the ball game. We're watching.
Now, when the friend came home, though...
We'd already gone.
Oh, you'd already gone?
I was still there.
Oh, yeah.
When did you raid her vagina?
Oh, Jesus.
Month later.
Month later, all right. She's a good girl.
And what the hell did the friend think?
He didn't give a damn.
No? Because it seemed like she was trying to hook up with a friend.
Who were you trying to hook up with, Mrs. Smart?
He and I were friends on a whole lot of levels.
Who? The other one?
The other guy?
Yes.
Oh, boy. So it was like, a little hanky-panky and a little, just hanging out.
If the occasion called for it.
Wow.
All right. Hey.
You still know this guy? Where'd you kill him?
Yeah.
You jolt him with
we're
220?
Still good friends.
You rewire his lamp so he gets electrocuted or something?
No. He's now a police officer, so we have to be nice to him.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
You think she's still banging him on the side while you're doing electric work? No.
I know better. But he knows better, too.
It's not Barney Fife, is it?
Well, they only give him 2 bullets.
Yeah.
One to shoot his foot and one to shoot himself in the head.
I can only imagine in that small town, the police work isn't that important.
Have 3 whole officers in the whole town.
3 whole officers and 1 cruiser. They got to,
No. They don't have a car.
No car?
No, they have 2 pair of shoes they rotate between.
Hey,
okay, hold on.
Yeah, there we
go.
Yeah.
You earned your first crash.
Thank
sir.
you. We can't play favorites here, even though you're slower than everyone else. You know what? This is why XM is so great. Mm-hmm. It's for people like this. Like, what kind of radio would you get in a small town like this before XM?
Static.
Transistor radio. Like to you, radio is a new invention, probably.
Every time I'm there in the middle, every time I'm driving through places like that, it's just.
And my Lord Jesus Christ must be your Savior, or you will certainly be in the bowels of hell. And that.
Yeah, they
oh my God, what the hell is this?
Rock.
They bought up all the AMs, those the preachers. So
those preachers are what we call the slobbering preachers because they have. The slobbering preachers. Okay. You've never seen the slobbering preachers on the Sunday morning television.
But why do you call them slobbering?
Because they're spitting and sweating.
And they need the rag to sop up their fluids.
Yeah, they carry the rag around, Bible in one hand, rag in the other.
Yeah, clean their sweat.
We had an FM station that's out of Nashville that's, classic rock or,
Is it a classic rock that really rocks?
Yes, sir.
Or is it named after an animal?
I can't remember. I hadn't listened to it so long. I can't remember what it is.
The slogan has to be classic rock that really rocks, and it has to be named after a tough animal.
I'm not sure, because we only get it when the moon is full and the wind's blowing in the right direction at night between 9 and 10:30.
The buzz or the buzzard?
The buzz.
See, because in the middle of nowhere, the buzzard that's a cool station slogan.
Here's the rock. All right. Well, there's quite a bit of XM fans in Nashville and around in Tennessee, so y'all are heard everywhere.
I would love to go to Nashville. Nice. I've never been. I hear it's a rockin' town.
Oh, yeah.
I drove through there once.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just drove through.
Didn't
straight
stop?
through. Didn't even stop.
No.
Sorry. Nothing personal.
I don't blame you.
I was busy. I was on my way.
Let's say hi to Robert in Tennessee. Robert, what's up?
Hey, man, I just want to ask where they from. Are they from Beersheba Springs, Tennessee? That's out in the middle of no damn where.
Sir, we are 10 minutes from Beersheba Springs. Yes, sir.
So why didn't you tell us that?
That sounds about right.
Hey, Robert, what is that town all about?
What do you want to know? There ain't a stoplight. There ain't a stop sign, just yield signs.
And is there any shopping? Is there a Starbucks?
Grocery store.
Grocery store?
Starbucks, what the hell is that?
See, we had this idea, but we decided, not all ideas we do, obviously. We wanted to broadcast from the smallest town in America.
You'd be close.
I'd be close, right?
It must be from Altamont.
Just have some kind of crazy small town, have all the truckers show up, because those are the only people that would be able to figure out where we are.
No, sir. Altamont actually has a red light, so they're big time.
Yeah.
Now, you would have competition.
Yeah.
You must not even be on the map.
You would have radio competition on Sunday morning. If you want to be on the radio where we live, you go down to the town square and you don't have anything to say or anything useful about your whole presence in the world, and you can be on the radio because they broadcast just outside of the gazebo there.
You guys like our Saturday night?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys racist?
I'm kidding, fan. Jesus.
Yep. All right. Well, that's the Smart family.
Yes.
Let's say hi to Brian in New York. Brian.
Holy sheep shit, I'm on the radio.
What up, Brian?
Goddamn, Anthony, man, you're funnier than shit, dude. They didn't even get that incest joke, man. I was laughing my balls off. I about crashed my trailer into the tree.
All right, Brian. Fucking Brian.
Be nice.
All right, guys, enjoy the show. No little Jimmy Norton today. He's got a sour stomach. He thinks he ate a little a bad fish or something. He was farting pretty bad over at the other joint.
Yeah, it was not pleasant.
Almost wrecking all our omelets. So, all right. Hey, and speaking of the Saturday night shows, Bill Burr did his this past Saturday?
Yes, he did.
I was going to stop by and check it out, but I got lazy.
Should have.
I know. I heard it was a good time, but I guess you got him.
Well, I wasn't trying to get him. I just made a legitimate call into the show, and well, he didn't pick up on it.
No.
What a dope. Danny put me through 5 times. Before I got through this time with disguised voices. I was like, Danny, I want to talk about this. This is Tom from I'm from Georgia, and I'd like to talk about and I give him something to go, okay, hold on. And he put me on hold, and I wait. And then Bill Burr is total attention deficit disorder. I'm listening to the show. They put you on hold, and then the subject will be completely changed by the time, he even tries to get to you. In 2 minutes, the subject's different. And then Danny, they moved on to something else.
That's Craig, our intern. Yeah, I needed the slaves to come help me out on Saturday.
All right, well,
nice.
So they didn't recognize that it was Anthony calling Bill Burr, and then when Anthony got on Bill Burr's show, what is it called? Uninformed?
Yeah, Uninformed
with DeRosa, right? Joe
yep.
DeRosa.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't recognize that was Anthony. And then Anthony, what were you doing? The same arguments you've done with Bill Burr when he's in studio, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because Bill started talking about his conspiracy theories, and you know how much I love those.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I decided, I'll call him out on that, because they started talking about conspiracy theories. And I'm bringing up the exact same stuff. It's the same argument we have had sitting
face to face,
2 feet from each other, and I'm not disguising my voice at all. And he just had no clue it was me.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either until the very, very end. You said something. I won't ruin it for the
call. Yeah, at one point, I was the only point. Give it away.
That was, where I was like, I think that was Ant. And then re-listening to the call this morning, cutting it up, I'm like, oh man, I feel like such an ass. It's so obviously Ant.
So obviously,
oh, really?
I'm throwing in all kinds of, not even hints. They're blatant. Hello, it's Anthony.
But Bill didn't even catch it on?
No, but to be fair, I didn't either. The only one that kind of even began to caught on was DeRosa.
Can we get Bill Burr on the phone?
He's in L.A. I would have to wake him up.
Yeah,
well, give it a try.
An audition.
We'll try. We'll see what happens. But this is, in case you missed it, from Saturday night, Bill Burr's Uninformed show with Joe DeRosa, Tom in Connecticut, a.k.a. Anthony.
Hey, Tom in Connecticut, what's up, man? You're on Uninformed. What's going on?
You are a moron.
Oh, my God.
That's how it starts.
I could tell right away.
Yeah, that's how it started. You are a moron.
There's one pipe that goes into the Pentagon that isn't affected with the fluoride water. What do you think? What happens with this conspiracy people when they go on vacation? Do they take their own unfluoride water with them?
All right, slow down.
Where are the people that run this conspiracy?
Oh, that's what. Okay, I know what you're saying. That was the one where, I should have prefaced this with, I always believe, 80% of the theory, a conspiracy theory. Then I think the person's a moron. Or I think, or
because it can't work.
What? Well, what the fuck? You know everything? I don't like how you're speaking in
I know more than
Oh, I live in Connecticut.
No idea. He has no idea. I live in Connecticut. That's just a state I picked. I've been through 5 states already that night, and I just picked Connecticut.
Talking about a conspiracy theory that fluoride is introduced into the water supply to
make you stupid.
He believes this?
Yeah, enough so where he changed his toothpaste from Crest to some natural toothpaste, and I'm laughing at him. I'm like,
wait, he really believes this?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to get into it.
And then he goes, I believe it, but then there's 20% of me that does, realizes how ridiculous it sounds, but, and I'm trying to argue, what about the people that just have to drink water and they're out? Does this secret society that runs this whole thing have their own bottled water? And what about their families? They don't care if they're dumbed down? And what about the fact that he said this happened during, World War II or just after World War II? They started dumbing us down with fluoride. Some of the greatest inventions of all time were made post-war till now. Before that, we were dummies in covered wagons and, riding horses. But the fluoride's making us stupid.
Oh, my God.
He is classic, and I just was blowing up at him.
What's classic is making fun of your town of Connecticut, but he has no idea.
Yeah, I've sat here with the same argument with him.
Does he have a clue? Did anyone ever tell him?
Yeah, well,
finally?
Afterwards, people were calling in, saying, I think that was, I think that was it.
Here's the rest of the clip where he doesn't realize it's Anthony.
Absolutely. Oh, I live in Connecticut.
Jesus Christ, no.
You know what? Why don't you go sit on a tube of fucking fluoride? Go fuck yourself. Thanks for listening.
Who puts the fluoride in the water? Who's doing it?
Well, the suspicion is that the government is doing it. That's the conspiracy part.
Where do they get their water from?
Why the fuck are you so angry?
Yeah, why are you yelling? Why can't you just make your points?
I listen to Bill Burr spew this shit day after day whenever he co-hosts for Jim Norton. I gotta sit next to him and he fucking bullshits 20 fucking different conspiracies.
He said I gotta sit next to him.
I don't know what he's talking about. Okay,
is this somebody from?
No, I love this guy.
See, Joe is onto it. Joe's like, well, wait a second, but Bill just doesn't.
Says he sits
next to him. Bill just doesn't want to. He just doesn't want to listen to Joe.
And Joe's like, wait a minute, is this a guy?
Bill's on autopilot. Yeah, Bill's just like, no, he's just like shooting him off. Like, shut up, Joe. I'm talking.
Bill's on autopilot. It's classic.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, you blew up your spot. That's a great bit.
And you hear Joe say, is this somebody from?
Somebody from.
And then Bill cut him off.
Yeah. And to be honest, I still didn't get it at that point either. I just thought that the guy on the phone just said it kind of mistakenly, meaning to say, I got to listen to you.
Right.
You know, and just.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
Blurted out. Sat next.
Mr. Burr?
Hello.
Hey, Bill, how you doing? Hey, Bill Burr, how are you, buddy? Sorry to wake you up. You're in L.A. Doing something? Something?
Yeah.
Did you know that Anthony was pranking you all Saturday night?
No, we were laughing about it afterwards because I'm still so new to like hosting a show. I'm literally just dealing with keeping the show going. I'm like, take a caller, keep this going, keep it going funny. You know, I was like, I had like 50 things going on. So when I heard him say that I sit next to you every day, I was so in like fuck this guy mode. I thought he was just like, I thought he was just some moron who like misspoke. Like I got to sit next to it, like he was talking about his radio or something.
Sit next to him. I sit next to the radio and think it's a real person. Knowing it's Anthony now, this is so much fun to listen to. It is funny. Oh, I live in Connecticut when you said that. I live in Connecticut.
You claim to be a smart guy. Anthony, your whole fucking bring up that whole fluoride thing, you butchered it beautifully.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you butchered it beautifully. He's saying this. I didn't say any of that shit.
I said what you were saying is the fact that they put it in the water to dumb us down after World War II.
I know, and then you bring up all the great inventions.
The great things that happen.
Yeah, what about the fact that Norbit is the #1 comedy in the fucking country?
Hey, he's got a point there.
All
right, there are some still going to be dummies. I didn't say...
to Vegas? Have you walked the strip in Vegas and just looked at that fucking dumbed-down look on everybody's fucking face out there?
I didn't say fluoride made everyone a genius. I'm just saying it doesn't make everyone a dummy.
It's just from people in the 1800s. They got that fire in their eye, Anthony.
Is that it? They want to learn and invent. They're just not. They don't have the materials yet.
No, you know what it is? I said conspiracy theory. What I love about it is I always believe the first 80% of it, and then it always unravels in like the third act, like the final 20%.
That's when you come to your. That's when you come to your senses, Bill. And realize that a conspiracy of the magnitude that all of your conspiracies would be, it would be impossible. Be impossible.
Yeah, a lot of it is.
A lot of it. See, he'll never commit to all of it.
Which was the point that I actually ended up arriving at. What I love about you, Anthony, is you so fucking hate every opinion that I have that you actually listen to my dumb show on Saturday night.
Bill, I will not miss it.
Call in.
Yeah. I will not miss one fucking episode. I gotta listen to you. You fucking kill me. I love it.
I hate all my opinions. Even when I'm not on the fucking show, you have to call in. It's fucking hilarious.
I want your cell phone number so I could just call randomly and yell at you for your opinions.
Yeah, just start calling me up. Bill, what are you talking about? Yeah,
that's
idiot.
Bullshit. Dude, congrats, though, man. People liking your show on Saturday. Yeah, it is good, really.
You got
a good thing going.
Theory shit actually ends up being was decent because I'm going to try to get an actual conspiracy theorist fucking guy in there. One of these guys who writes like one of those books. I just love talking to him because, like I said, they always make sense, and then in the end, then they'll be like, and then this, and then this, and then and George Bush is an alien, and then you're like, all right, this guy's out of his fucking mind.
Hey, did we land on the moon, Bill? I
don't know.
That's a big one. As far as conspiracy, that's a biggie.
But I can't. I don't put anything. I don't put anything past anybody. All I know is you got a bunch of nerds looking at fucking Pluto, but every time they look at the moon, how come they never see that little car that we left up there?
See the car. That's his argument, is we never see the car when we look through a telescope.
I'm just saying, if you can see fucking Pluto, why wouldn't you see, like, you know...
You should be able to see the car, the tang.
Hey, he's on to something now. You might be turning me. Like, not one shot where one astronomer's like, hey, this is kind of cool. I'm going to focus in on the little car.
Well, they left a mirror up there.
Opie.
They have left...
Opie, listen. When you get to this point of the argument, you get a bunch of people calling in agreeing, and then some astronaut calls in and fucking blows the whole thing up. It's perfect.
Do you know they left a mirror up there that they point a laser at and bounce it off, and it comes back to Earth so they can measure the distance between the Earth and the Moon at any given moment? And that is evidence that we've been up there.
Is it, Anthony? Why don't you get me a picture of that mirror?
I love it. And whenever you bring up somebody like, well, there are government people, agencies that take care of that and stuff, he goes, oh, they're in the Matrix. They're part of the Matrix, so you can't trust them. He was saying the dentists are in the Matrix.
Bill might have just turned me. I want a picture of the buggy.
You want a picture of the buggy?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Why not one shot? You know why? Because you're onto something. This weekend in one of the papers in New York, they showed an unbelievable picture of Saturn, like you've never seen it before. If you haven't seen it yet, Google Saturn, I guess it'll show you the latest picture. It's amazing how crystal clear everything is.
What kind of scale that is? That's like nothing. You'd have to zoom in really close.
You know how much further Saturn is than the moon, and they could get this shot going?
Put it this way. We have satellites orbiting Earth.
Listening to Anthony?
Yeah.
Really listen to his point. Do you know how much you'd have to zoom in? He really sounds just as dumb as he's just making the shit up.
Let me, Bill, you're hysterical.
Dude,
how about this?
Google Earth could take my
childhood
home, and I can see what's in the backyard right now. So show me the buggy
and put
on the
a
moon.
satellite as close as the Google satellite.
The
satellite that Google gets the pictures on. Put it that close to the moon, and you'll get the picture of the buggy.
Show me the buggy.
You can't get a picture of the buggy because, like you said, look at Google Earth. It's a satellite in orbit around Earth that's like not that high up.
You can see that creepy face on Mars. They should be able to show me a buggy.
No, they're looking at entirely different
That was from a satellite.
I don't care. Doesn't have to be accurate. Something's going on here.
Get me a picture of that fucking car up there.
Yeah.
I'll get you a picture of the car if I have to take it myself. Billy.
Hey, that's pretty good, though, if you think about it.
I love his whole thing.
That would be
I hate everything he says.
Dude, that would be a cool picture by some astronomer to get that picture. It'd be
get
creepy.
The buggy.
It'd be creepy as shit that buggy's just been sitting there for, close to 40 years now?
Just sitting there.
Just sitting there?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
No, they did like a drive-by on the moon. They threw a fucking bathroom window, like mirror out the window, and,
a drive-by. Oh, so you're saying we at least got close, but we didn't land?
By the way, the Saturn pictures are from a satellite that is flying by Saturn on its way to Pluto. Thank you, Matt in Boston. You get my point, though. Come on.
You gotta believe we went to the moon. For
Hubble
God's
telescope
sake.
is showing us pictures from the other side of the universe. Show me the buggy.
That's because it's focused to go out that far. It's like looking through binoculars backwards.
Well, refocus.
This is the beauty of uninformed. I got you guys arguing with each other now.
See?
I love uninformed.
And I love that it's uninformed because they'll just talk about shit like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, what else did you talk about over the weekend, Bill? The fluoride?
We just, I don't know. We
just
make up shit. We make up stats.
And then they got into, somehow, uninformed, got into how old is the oldest bitch you ever fucked. I think that was a little tangent.
Nice.
That you took. And some guy called up and...
Yeah, because Joe DeRosa, somehow, when he was 27, he hooked up with a 60-year-old woman who was a former
backup singer
for Frank Sinatra.
And he fucked her.
Hey, that's a great
story. So many levels. That was like one of the best pussy stories ever. And then of course, people started lying. And then we got one guy who actually claimed to have banged, when he was in his, 19 or 20, he banged some chick who used to be in James Brown's band. She was in her 40s. So she must have been pretty, she must have still been pretty hot. And the guy's like, nah, she wasn't.
Nah. I called up at that point as a guy that did maintenance work at a retirement village, and I was fucking all the old widows but you never took my call.
Yeah, because that one was obviously fake.
Yeah. It's hard to be a caller.
Hey, going back to conspiracy theories, two things. Take the wig from FBA. The problem with conspiracy theorists is that they always try to make you prove the accepted facts. And the second thing I wanted to say, what the hell was the second thing? I think it was on YouTube or one of the video sites. The new conspiracy is they have a newscast from, I think, somewhere in Britain announcing that the buildings fell 20 minutes before they fell. And that's proving that the government was on, that
on the 9/11.
But this video is out there, and somehow it's trying to prove that they actually reported the falling down of I think it was the towers.
How would they know, and why would they report it?
And they reported it 20 minutes before it actually happened.
Yeah, sure, that happened.
Well, maybe they just got misinformation. Like, it was obvious those things were going down, and maybe someone said, well, they're going down.
I think that's asinine. I do think it's amazing how they look like they just imploded. I can see why people got freaked out by that.
Yeah, it just looked like that.
It just looked, yeah. All right, Bill. Well, undisputed or uninformed. Uninformed, I'm sorry.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, no, I was very disputed.
Undisputed was Dyson's show.
Tom from Connecticut, thanks for calling.
Yeah.
No problem, you jackass.
All right, Bill.
All right, guys.
Hey, good luck on that thing. How'd you do?
Oh, I got it. I'm doing it today. Sound like a
good.
fucking mob guy. Hey, good luck on that thing.
You know that thing?
That thing.
Yeah, break a leg, you bastard. You know I love you, Bill.
Later. All right, we'll see you soon, Bill. Bill Burr, everyone. All right. Well, you got in 2 other times as Tom in Connecticut?
No, this is all still part of the same call.
Still part of the same call. I just wouldn't hang up. And when he was like, he'd kind of get to all right, like we wanted to finish up, I'd start yelling more.
Yeah.
I know how to stay on as a caller. That's one thing I learned.
And you got to know, like, the personality, like Bill Burr. Like,
yeah, you got to push the button.
Yeah, he can't help himself. He pushes button, you're going to stay on the air with him. So this next clip, Anthony, talks about a book written about an oil conspiracy that Bill read. Tom says he read as much as Anthony did. You might remember that famous.
Yeah, it was. Bill gave me this book on this oil industry conspiracy. I read like 20 pages and realized this guy was just a fucking jackass and didn't read the book. So I described the book to Bill and then described how much I read. And it's the exact same story I gave him.
Right.
So it's the same fucking story.
And he still didn't catch on there. Here it is.
Let me ask you a question. Can you at least give me one? Not one. You said 20. I've said 20 different conspiracy theories. I want to hear. Rattle off like 7 of them.
One's the World Trade Center. You've talked about that one.
I never talked about that one.
This conspiracy with that stupid book that you recommended, with that fucking guy that traveled around with the oil conspiracy.
Did you read it?
I read half of it. I read enough of it. I read as much as Anthony read.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
And then you have there's another...
No. Tell me about the book. Tell me about the book. You read the book. I want to hear about it.
It's funny knowing it's you, man.
Guy, he wants to be some fucking secret agent. He was some
Tell me about the book.
Low-level government worker.
Tell me. You're not telling me about the book. You didn't read the book.
Right, okay. It's written by this guy who is this low-level fucking government worker that wants to be this hero, so he talks like he's a secret agent. Meanwhile, he was a paper...
No, this is your opinion. This is your opinion on the book. You're not even saying what.
My opinion.
You're not saying what it's about, sir.
The book stunk. I read it like a...
all right, hang on. All right, Tom. You know what, Tom? You have to keep calling in. I'm loving you hating me.
No, you know something? You all the time have these conspiracy theories. Tell me where the fucking fluoride water isn't. That the government, they can drink it.
First of all...
He makes it...
Can you just fan yourself for half a second? First of all, I said I get like 80% of the way. And, dude, I definitely thought, well, the guys putting it in the water also have kids who are going to be drinking water. And I brought that up, but maybe I didn't bring it up here. Yeah. Like, I brought that up. But I didn't feel the need to yell at it. There, angry guy, angry Tom in Connecticut.
You changed your toothpaste for it. You actually were proactive because of some bullshit story that you actually believed.
Dude, it's 50 fucking 50. The way I look at it.
I gotta jump.
Stupid.
I gotta jump in with this.
I like how this guy is not a scientist on any level, yet he knows everything.
I am a scientist.
Why was Joe DeRosa is the other guy that Bill does the show with. Why was he trying to jump in? It sounds like he was trying to jump in because he just knows that.
Yeah, he kind of knew.
No, he actually, when he does come in, because I think the next clip, Joe will come in, he just wanted to reiterate the fact that Bill is insane, and he goes to the utmost length to pull a conspiracy theory out of thin air.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So I think in this next clip, actually, Joe explains what he was about to get into.
This is the final clip with, quote, Tom in Connecticut.
Tom in Connecticut.
A.K.A. Anthony. Joe DeRosa talks about another of Bill's theories. Bill finally has enough of Tom. Tom calls Bill a douchebag before hanging up.
Of course I had to.
The whole time Bill Burr has no clue he's talking to Anthony.
I got to jump in. Hold on, wait. I got to jump in with this. It's just too perfect of a time because this guy is railing Bill for how paranoid he is. I was over Bill's house one day, and you know those games they have like at the top of the MySpace page, Danny, right? Yeah. Where it's like you play it with your mouse, and it's like beat the rabbit in a race and win an iPod. You have to click the mouse.
Yeah, really those terrible Flash games.
Bill is playing it. And I'm standing there watching him, and he turns, he goes, you know, these fuckers, you know who makes these games? It's the fucking companies that make the mouse. And that way I fucking keep clicking it, and I break the fucking mouse, and I gotta go buy a new mouse, because I'm trying to beat I'm trying to win a fucking PlayStation 3, and I just go, dude, you are out of your fucking mind.
Well, dude, I'm only like 80%. All right, Tom, you've yelled at me enough. Call in a month, dude. You gotta save that anger, dude.
After party. I will see you at the after party.
All right.
Okay,
Come
all right.
down.
I'll buy you a drink,
Come
all right?
down.
All right, Tom, thanks for listening and yelling at me.
Douchebag.
There it goes.
I had to call him a douchebag.
You told him at the after party, I guess?
Oh, yeah. He knew, though.
Before then?
And it sucks, because I was driving into town at that point. I was actually driving.
The only reason we're blowing up your spot is because the listeners blew it up.
Yeah.
Because you would have been able to keep this up for weeks.
I was driving in and going through the Midtown Tunnel. The signal cut out, and then when I popped out the other end, I thought that was him, and then I heard the conversation of how they knew it was me, but I didn't hear how they actually found out.
Why do the listeners feel like they have to be do-gooders all the time?
I know. That's Anthony.
Why can't you guys do your part and let a bit develop and continue?
Yeah, that could have been good if I could have been Tom from Connecticut.
I see that on the message boards. All of a sudden, someone blows up our spots. Like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you let it go a little longer? Why do you have to be the one that knows all?
Well, it might not be Tom from Connecticut, but believe me, I will fucking get him again. Yeah. I don't care who I gotta be, from what stupid state.
Very good.
I will not leave Bill alone.
That's funny. The theory with the mouse thing is pretty good.
I know.
Like it.
Right when he said that, Opie looks at me and starts nodding like, know, that's good. You're a lot like Bill with that whole all that conspiracy shit.
I can believe in some shit.
Yeah.
I know I can believe in some shit.
It's like I never heard of that angle, though. The mouse company puts it out because you're clicking, because a mouse can only take 683 billion clicks.
Well, yeah.
And then it goes.
That's where it falls apart, I guess. But
when has a mouse ever broken on anybody where it's been the button?
Yeah.
And that from no abuse or anything, just clicking your mouse, it will last a lifetime. It's usually like the fucking optical light will break, or the ball, if you have one of those with something fucked up.
I was going to date myself. It used to be the hair and the
cord will fuck you up on it. But the clicking of the fucking thing, never. I've never seen the fucking button break.
It used to just be hair and lint that would get caught.
From clicking on it.
That's
what it is, from clicking on it.
Yeah, he's getting good reviews on his show, though. I haven't really heard it yet, but I hear good things.
He's got good energy.
All right, we'll take a break here and get into some other things.
Right.
All right.
The Art of the Homo. Steve from Foundry. Also goes by the name Chest Rockwell. Smooth Lebanese arms. He's tantalizingly tattooed. A big buxom bear. Glaring at every turn. That's terrible, he's sorry. He may say no, but you'll be saying yeah. Chest shaved and smooth as a baby's bottom. Tantalizing turquoise rings. Martini Steve.
All right. We got Travis in studio.
Travis.
Hi. He has more info about that. Is it from the BBC or?
Yeah, it's from BBC World.
BBC World reported that Building 7, what was it called? Building 7?
Solomon Building.
No, what was it called? It wasn't Building 7. It was Tower 7. It was
there was Building 7 and Tower 1 and 2.
Tower 1 and 2?
Yeah, and then Building 7 was the...
It was just called Building 7?
Like...
All right. Well, during 9/11, when not only the towers came down, Building 7 also came down.
Yeah. Big conspiracy there, too.
And I guess the BBC had a live shot from Ground Zero.
Yes.
And they were obviously reporting like the rest of the world, and they announced that Building 7 had fallen. The problem is the building was still doing just fine in the background as they said that it fell.
Yeah, it was on fire, but clearly visible.
So the conspiracy theorists proved that the government had something to do, or the owner of the building had something to do with the building falling down. And that there was some kind of, press release?
Yeah, well,
that
there's
maybe
two theories,
was brought out, sent out a little prematurely.
Yeah, one that the owner was going to intentionally bring down the building, and they prematurely released a press release saying that the building had collapsed.
So, all right, the owner of the building, planes hit the towers, and is like, oh my God,
this is a great time to blow up my building.
This is a great opportunity. So where does he get all the explosives and everything you would need to knock down your own building?
They've been
at that
bringing
point?
him in for months beforehand, dude.
No, but I think what they're saying, I don't even think they're going with the government thing here. It's more of the owner of this particular building said, wow, you know how much money I can make if my building falls today as well?
Come on.
Right?
Got to get explosives in there.
Oh, yeah, thank you. 7 World Trade Center, right, of course. That's what they said on the news a million times that day and the weeks following.
So that's one theory.
And what's the second theory?
The second, more plausible theory would be that during the hectic day of news reporting, things just got reported wrong.
Right.
Like, I remember driving to work, and Winds was reporting that there was 10 hijacked planes in the air.
Yeah, in the air still. Yeah. Another plane had hit somewhere else.
It started that it was a small plane that hit the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
I remember as far as 7 World Trade Center goes, they were saying that is going to fall.
Yeah.
So someone obviously,
that there was a big hole, and it was going to happen.
It was going to happen.
They pulled all the firemen
away.
away.
When, right.
And let it burn and let it fall, and that was that.
Where's that video so people could check it out?
Oh, it's
on YouTube?
Yeah, I'll give the link to Steve.
It's on assholedouchebags.com. It must be. Because, holy shit. They can't just take the easy answer. And it's only easy because that's how, the government gets you to believe it.
Right.
Sometimes that's just what happened. It's not some convoluted, confusing fucking chain of conspiratorial events.
All right, well, we got to the bottom of that, and I guess if you do your basic search, you'll find that video, BBC, World Trade Center, 7 World Trade Center. Where's Steve? We got a video contest that's just about over.
Yep.
What are we giving away again? Cold hard cash, Stan? I forgot.
Yes, cash.
Cold hard cash.
Cold hard cash from some kind of video company, I guess. They should get a plug. I'm sure they're plugging when we're not on the air.
Yeah.
Some of the videos that came in this time around are really good.
Really good. One of my faves, Boardroom Jimmy.
You like the Boardroom Jimmy?
I like that one.
The animated Boardroom Jimmy?
It was done very well. It sounds ridiculous, what Jimmy's saying. So he cut it up pretty good.
Steve, video contest, where are we at? Today's the day to get your videos in, pretty much?
Yes, please. If you are lingering, get your video contest entries in, because we have to pick out a winner this week.
And how much money do they get?
Ooh. We have 3 prizes from Hot Movies. One is $1,000. Top prize is $1,000. Second prize is $500. Third prize is $250. And we got some decent entries this time.
Which one do you like?
I like Coke Logic's Boardroom Jimmy, and I like the Portrait of an O&A Pest.
I love Portrait of an O&A Pest. That kid has some talent.
It's a whole little day in the life of scenario of this,
It looks like someone from West Palm Beach, I'm guessing. It's a warm climate, obviously.
I think he is from Florida.
It looks like it's Florida, but the life of an O&A Pest. That kid has some skills, man. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was.
I laughed pretty hard. And then the other one I liked was the whole CSI bunny hooker scenario.
Yeah.
See, that's some clever writing, and they're doing something a little different instead of just animating a bit.
Yeah, it was good.
And there was one that just came in this morning, I think, that was done entirely with Microsoft Paint that shows Anthony in a post-apocalyptic world killing off every other member of the show and having
MS Paint. Can't beat that for detail.
No.
It's
really high
done
quality.
with an Etch-a-Sketch.
And what does Anthony do at the end of this video, by the way?
He eats Jimmy's ass.
Nice. So it's based a little in fact.
It certainly is.
A lot of people are saying Portrait of an O&A Pest, best video ever. Coke Logic's got some
competition.
He's got some competition. Who's voting on the best video?
The Staff.
The Staff, okay. And the videos are up on opieandanthony.com.
Sure are.
I think I've seen all of them. I like Boardroom Jimmy. You as a Dog is okay.
Yeah, I think it was all right.
What other ones? I'm trying to remember the other ones. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Oh, Anthony's Disney Vacation.
Oh, yeah, Anthony's Disney Vacation.
Oh. I missed that one.
Little Jimmy Bites of Dust fell a little short, I thought. E-Rock in Saw 4, the trailer was pretty good by Cage. Your Happy Montage, that was the dog thing, right? That was all right. And One's Mancation was a good idea by Cigars and Scotch, but personally I thought it kind of fell a little short.
Oh.
But the Chubby Funny...
official review. Fell a little short. Opie. Greg Opie Hughes.
I got opinions like everybody else. It doesn't mean shit, because I'm not even voting, but... and this won't sway the judges, don't worry. And Chubby Bunny, CSI, Irresponsible Radio, that was pretty good. That was all right. But my vote definitely would go to
that one.
Yeah, Portrait of an O&A Pest. Definitely.
Well, good luck to all our contestants.
Absolutely.
Cold Hard Cash, is that the prize?
Yeah. Yeah, from Hot Movies. They donated 3 prizes this time instead of 1.
Very good.
Right.
Thank you, Hot Movies.
Very, very good. Moving on. We got this little cute story.
Well, Jackie, at first, these surveillance video store operators were just watching this guy to make sure that he wasn't shoplifting. So here he is. He's picking up some T-shirts and some shorts. Well, then, this is all at the Bells in Melbourne, by the way. Look at his left hand here. Now, watch this very carefully. You see that right there? We highlighted it for you. Can't tell for sure if it's a digital camera in his hand, but then watch. You see him walking into the dressing room with whatever that was still in his hand, and he stays there long enough. You see this woman. She walks into the stall next to him, and then she comes out. Well, the surveillance crew says that they witnessed him sliding a digital camera along the floor into that woman's stall. You see him walking out there. Well, tonight, Teddy Underwood is free on bond after he was arrested, and that has some of his alleged victims very upset.
Wow. Oops. I gotta tell you, it's gotta be said. There's nothing better when you get a little glimpse when it's not supposed to.
I thought you were going to, have some outrage at what this guy was doing, and you're just like, nothing better than the sneak peek.
The guy's a creep, obviously, but what I'm saying is there's nothing better when you get a glimpse of something you're not supposed to get a glimpse of. Like us at the other joint watching this mess of a woman naked every morning.
Through her window, yeah.
I mean, I think at this point she knows we're looking, but you're looking at something, I guess, that she thinks is private.
It's the voyeuristic thing, the sneak peek, the real person, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's titillating. But the whole, I don't know, this guy taking pictures like that is creepy.
Yeah, he's a creep, obviously, but
why can't they put bottoms on those fucking doors? You ever been in some dressing rooms where you're out in the middle of the store, covered by 2 saloon doors that are about 6 inches high, just hiding your cock, and you're fucking you're naked in the store. Yeah, hi, I'm naked.
It is so awkward because you're completely naked, and they see what? From your nipples up and from your knees down.
It's the old Western barroom door. It's like, I don't need that. I'm not going to fucking steal anything. Could you just put a door on this fucking thing?
That's the trendy thing to do in some of these stores.
It is so bad, too. You're just on display. They don't even have a back kind of room with those doors. You're out in the middle of the store. People are shopping. You're taking your fucking clothes off. That's why I don't like going to stores or anything.
Yeah.
You're going to make a try-on fucking... See, there you are with your bare feet and little knobby knees. I'm standing there, my shoulders hanging out. The fuck am I, on display?
Muffled voice from xmfan.com. Do you guys know you're on the air? Worst show ever. Muffled voice, do you know there's a dial? There's a dial. Just turn it off then.
No, we didn't know we were on the air. Wow.
Thanks for telling us. Now we'll try harder.
That fucking light. Get an on-air light in here.
We actually love doing a show where we don't even try. It's the greatest feeling ever.
Why try when we're so successful when we just wing it?
You know what kind of confidence you need to do that, you dope? Every day we try our asses off.
A lot more than you.
Love the people that think we just call in this shit every day. Really? Let's say hi to Dan in Pennsylvania. Dan, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I had a similar story where I was in a bathroom stall at Macy's.
Yeah.
And I see the guy next to me in the stall lower his phone and turn it towards me like he was taking a picture of me.
What a
So I'm like,
creep. What, it was a guy on guy thing?
yeah, so I didn't know how to handle it. I'm sitting there like, what do I do? You know, getting all fired up. I'm
Piss
not
on his fucking camera.
I would have just spread my ass cheeks.
Just fucking projectile diarrhea on his hand and camera.
Just give him a shot of a very raw ass because I wiped too much. Just,
I yelled at the guy.
oh, this is what you want? Well, here you go, buddy.
I yelled at the guy. I'm like, what the hell is that? He's like, oh, I'm just trying to get reception on my phone. But it's like down on the floor pointed at me.
Right.
So I didn't have any time to deal with him because, you know, I had to clean up and everything. He just took off like a shot out of there.
He had a good answer, though. Trying to get reception.
I got an answer for everything.
Click.
Spilt fuck from North Carolina, a dial Opie. What year is this? Well, I said that because it's based on me driving around yesterday, and I got a Sky-Fi 2.
Yep.
And there's an actual dial on
It
that.
is indeed a dial.
When you go from channel to channel.
Smarty pants.
So there's still dials on some of the XM units. I spin my little dial, and I find the station I want, and then I push enter.
Enter, and there you are. So there is a dial.
So now I'll wait for the apology.
Dummy.
Spilt fuck. All right, we got more to the story. So what happened with that, Dan?
Well, I went and told the staff at the store, and they brought me over to, like, the reception desk, and they had, like, a whole dossier of, like, perverts that they had pictures of on the security cameras and had me try to identify them.
You just know who all the perverts are.
Did they have a rape kit? Did they swab your asshole?
Did they have the special rape shower?
Yeah.
Well,
And I was so humiliated.
Here, take this Brillo pad and follow me.
Yeah, wash up.
They told me to go over by the women's shoe section and look for them there because that's where all the creeps hang out.
With the women's shoe section?
Yeah.
I always feel like a creep when I was growing up and Mom would take me shopping and she'd have to get some fucking bras. It's the worst thing a mom could do is drag her kid through the bra section because you don't know where to look. I was all uncomfortable. Like, I wanted to look at the bras so bad, but I knew, like, I'd look like a little creep standing there staring at a bra. I, like, wanted to take them off the rack and feel the padding and everything.
Smell them.
Rub them
on your
rub them on my...
What?
Exactly.
Oh, wait, we're still on the radio.
Turn the dial. Wait a minute. Yeah, I wanted to, like, you wanted to fuck around with them. It's a bra. Just because you're in a store and it's a brassiere doesn't make it any different than if you were out and it was a bra. It's new to you. It's a sexual item because you're growing up and they cover up boobies. And you want to fuck with them a little bit.
And you never want your mom looking at you and realizing that you're looking at the bras.
No.
Yes.
Bra or panties and stuff, they're all in the same section, but you wanted to fuck around with them.
But in a way, it was kind of cool that Mom would drag you to that section because you can't, as a little kid, just walk to that section and start perusing.
Yeah, but then you'd have to walk away with a little boner.
You know, your mom, like, back in the day, she didn't realize she was basically bringing you to porn. That's porn when you're that little.
That was porn for a
kid
of
no idea.
that
She
age.
just needs a stupid bra for work or something, and she is dragging you into the porn section.
Oh wait, we got to stop. I got to get some bra. I got to get a couple of bras, and you'd be bras. Looking at, but then it was Mom, so they'd be like these dopey, and it was back then.
Yeah.
So there wasn't like little thongs hanging up on the fucking racks. These big granny bloomers would be hanging up. A fucking ass on the bloomers you used to show home movies on.
You don't know any better though. The big granny bras. You didn't think it was for a granny. You were just thinking huge boobs.
No, you just have big tits.
But any young girl with big boobs would never be caught dead in a bra like that.
And the bloomers I would take, the big little bloomer things, I would take between my thumb and forefinger and kind of go because it was silky.
Yeah.
Like, so it felt good between my fingers. So I'd like sneak a little pinch on those. You don't have to sneak around. I was a little creepo in that section.
By the way, people beating me up because I still have a Sky-Fi 2 instead of a Sky-Fi 3.
Oh.
Yeah, stupid me. You know, we work for XM, so I would assume at this point they would maybe update
You'd
me.
get one. No.
But they're saying I should go do it myself. I don't have time to bother with that crap. It would be nice if one just showed up in a box.
If showed up or things like you were automatically re-upped for a subscription or stuff.
Right.
I have a bill. Someone said, they actually said to me, do you know you have $500 worth of XM on your credit card? And I was like, yeah, I know. It's for subscriptions. $500? Like, yeah, it's like family or this, or I have like 3 and that. But you pay for it? I go, yeah, because to call up and try to get it like as an employee is impossible.
But as an employee, they give you 1 or 2, and then after that, they charge you. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Employees should get satellite radio. If they want to get 100 of them, who gives a shit?
My girlfriend went to call to reactivate one of the Innos.
Right.
And the girl on the other end was like, well, what's the number on it? All right. Well, no, it's different. It's a weird subscription that we got. Eric Logan got this for us. And she's like, who?
Yeah.
She goes, no, your boss, the boss, it's for Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show. Who? Like, she didn't know anybody.
Can you say outsource?
Yeah, a little outsource there, man.
No kidding. Let's go to Turtle and...
Forget it, I'll pay.
Turtle from Whackbag. Turtle, what's up?
Hey, guys. When I was a little kid, probably about 10 years old, I used to ditch my mom in the department store and go to the ladies' lingerie section and find those decapitated, armless, legless mannequins and feel them up with the bra and panties.
Dude, that would be like... that would be jack-off material for weeks, man.
Frunkus. Yeah, that shit was like when you'd see a nude mannequin as a kid. That was another one I would just stare at. Just sit there and stare. And then they decided to put nipples on them after a while to make the clothes look more authentic, the little silky dresses and stuff. And when you see those naked, they have the creepy faces and stuff, but you'd look and go, yeah, and it looked shaved because there was nothing down there.
Isn't the future great?
Yeah.
Big Papa in Alabama, what's up?
What's up, Opie? What's up, Anthony?
Hey, man.
Hey, man, I'm just out here hauling ass down the highway. Hey, my sister got one of those damn fucking perverts got on there and they actually caught the guy. She started screaming. They caught the guy. The police come and arrested him. And come to find out, there's no fucking law out here. So all they did was slap him with like a $100 fine or something.
Wait, how old was your sister?
Oh, my sister's she's 23. So, and then she was just happening to watch the news, and 2 weeks later, that guy got caught looking at like a little 8-year-old. And they slapped the damn guy with a $1,000 fine. There's no
law against taping people like that.
Wait, how did he get your sister? By the way,
do what?
How did he get your sister?
My sister was in there changing out, trying some shit on.
And what? He looked under the door. What did he do?
Yeah, she just happened to look up and see she said he had that perverted bug-eyed stare. You know that creepo look.
Oh, from above.
Yeah,
that takes balls.
He was from below. He was from below. She said she just had him look down and see this fucking face down there looking at him. And she just started, hauling off screaming. And it comes out, they caught the guy like he took off running. And I guess he wasn't an idiot to leave the store. He come back again, and they caught him a second time.
Guy just got the switch flipped. I gotta see pussy. I need pussy. I don't care. Arrest me.
I gotta see it.
I need it.
I need it. And then the fucker goes back, same place 2 weeks later, and they caught him on an 8-year-old, but the dad of that guy ended up fucking him up. That's how he made the news, because they fucked him up, and then the police arrested him, and they said that they were just arresting him and slapping with some fine and letting him go.
Yeah, guys do that with little camcorders, and they put them in paper bags.
Yeah.
And then you walk around with the paper bag, and you kind of put it on the floor next to a girl wearing a skirt. And the camera's in the paper bag facing up, so you get an upskirt video.
That's hack.
And then they pick it up. It is hack.
That's
old school.
That's Yakov Shmurnoff stuff.
That's airline humor of pervert.
That's like peanuts on an airplane.
Might as well just put shoe mirrors on.
Like
poke them underneath the dress.
That's like the Gilligan's Island coconut theory.
The coconut professor radio joke.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, who do we got in the studio?
I'm Jeremy.
Jeremy, you work for us?
I'm an intern.
Oh, cool. How long have you been with us?
Just a couple of months now.
Oh, right.
He's very well spoken, and he's got a good radio voice.
Yeah, you do.
think.
You do radio?
Yeah, I do at home. Yeah.
At home?
Yeah.
Podcast?
Well, back home, Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. Okay.
Georgia.
So what's this story? You caught a guy?
Yeah, actually, I was working at a store back home, and we had this guy. A lady came up and complained that this guy was flashing him. Like, he had like loose gym shorts on and no underwear, and he was just pulling him to the side.
Oh, God. Oh, how creepy. Oh, that isn't even like the open the coat old, vaudeville kind of funny way.
What I want to ask the women today.
That's disgusting.
I have this theory on this stuff. I want to ask the women though, because I don't know. Isn't that just laughable?
You gotta laugh.
Because there was a story here in New York, the subway flasher.
Yeah.
And he was doing some crazy shit.
He was sitting down on a subway just jacking off.
Right.
And like people would look and kind of just look away.
And I don't think there's a woman alive that is so freaked out she's running and screaming. I think that most women would look and go, what a
laugh. Unless they think maybe that's just a prelude to him fucking punching her in the mouth and raping her.
Right.
You know, which isn't completely out of the question. But the idea of pulling shorts, like that's how you take a leak when you're in shorts.
Right.
You just kind of pulling out your leg and take a leak. But then everything's hanging out. It's not even like he's just pulling his cock out. It's like every fucking thing just comes falling out of his shorts. So a hairy ball sack and a cock. Oh, is that horrible?
Oh, I wish we
so
had
what?
Hold on really fast, because I don't know. Maybe the guys can find it. Dan from Long Island, you guys should play that news story of the guy who they found in the toilet, and he said he was looking for a ring. One of the greatest
that was a
stories
good
ever.
one.
I don't know if we have it.
That guy needed to see pussy bad.
E-Rock might have
stand in shit.
He might have the old news story, because this is we're down this road today. But go ahead. So he pulls his shorts aside to show his junk to this woman.
Yeah, he was just dropping the junk out of the side of his shorts. So we called the cops, and they were like, keep him on camera. We'll be down there in a few minutes. So he starts following girls around, and like he stops and stares at them and puts his hand in his pants and just starts jacking off, staring at them. Just like,
how do you do that?
That 1,000-yard stare right at him, just going at. So the cops get there, arrest the guy. Turns out he's already been arrested like 3 times for child molestation. So they want to review our tapes, and they caught him on one of our stationary cameras grabbing the ass of a 10-year-old.
Oh, Jesus.
That is something, man.
He was a taxi cab driver.
And never,
Really?
Big A? That just never ceases to amaze me how you can, like, be in a public place looking at someone and just jacking off like that. You got to be in a whole nother fucking world.
That's why I want to talk to the girls, because I just don't think it's scary. I really don't.
Well, that guy's
I'm wrong.
Scary to have out there, but yeah, I mean, I guess for women, it's just threatening. It's like you're pulling a gun on them that shoots fucking sticky, diseased shit.
Right. Let's say hi to Mary in Sacramento. Mary, what's up?
Hey. I just
Mary.
wanted to share my pervert story, I guess.
Thank you, Jeremy. Go ahead.
Oh, well, so I'm in this dressing room, right? It's one of those, I guess it's a boutique that they outsource all their clothes to China, so they sell them for like $5.
Right.
And so they got men and women's clothes in there, and I'm trying stuff on, right?
All right, hold on. Let's slow down. You're in the dressing room. You're trying stuff on.
Yeah.
What are you trying on?
Jeans.
So you had jeans on. Did you have regular pants on first, or a skirt or something?
I think I had shorts on.
All right, so you have to pull down your small shorts, right? Yeah. And what are you wearing under the small shorts?
I don't remember. I think it was just regular underwear.
Yeah.
But they were cotton.
Did you have to do the thing where you hook your thumbs into the side of your shorts and then alternate your ass cheeks up and down while you pull the little shorts off?
Well, they
on
were
your tippy
tight.
toes?
It was 10 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. You guys are depraved.
We're going to out-creep the creep. I know, right? And you want to get, a good feel for the new jeans, so you got to be topless, right?
Yeah. Right. And 3 of my girlfriends are in there with me.
Of course they are. They're in their panties, too, because they don't want you to feel insecure about your body. So now you're all in tiny little panties and no bras.
Well, the panties, you don't want to rub it on the jeans either. It might ruin the panties, so you got to take those off and hang them up.
Right.
So you're completely naked, and you're trying on jeans.
Right.
And you got to bend all the way over because the jeans fell on the floor.
Well,
all right.
This is a sexy story.
Wow, it is really hot, and you got a perfect body, don't you, Mary?
You tell this story great, too. You don't leave out any details.
You really don't.
You're a dirty girl.
And boy, you're getting turned on just a little bit because your friends are in there with you. And you've never tried lesbianism, but at this point, you can't help the feelings you're feeling.
But what were the pillows doing in there for you girls to have a pillow fight with? It's a dressing room, for God's sake.
So then one of your friends obviously pushes you up against the wall and gives you a deep kiss.
Yeah, a deep kiss and starts touching you.
And, of course, the guy next to you has to now look in because he's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, what's going on? There's so much noise in that dressing room. Hey, keep it down in there. I'm trying on a shirt. That's what he said.
Has no idea there's some finger popping going on. A lot of exploring going on. Oh, anyway.
No, huh?
Sorry.
Oh, so you're trying on jeans.
So you're trying on mom jeans.
Yeah, great.
We're trying on jeans in the dildo store, and just all of a sudden...
The dildo store, she said. We get it. Now's your turn to tell us what actually happened. Thank you.
All right. Oh, so it's my turn then? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well.
So who looked at you?
Well, it was just some creepy local guy, and so I kicked him in the side of the head.
Oh.
And when the cops came, they tried to arrest me.
What, for assault?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wait,
so I explained what was going on.
So you're trying on the jeans, and next thing you know, the guy is looking at you, and you see his head right there, so you pop him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'd have said, if I was the guy, I'd have said something like, hey, I dropped something that I went to try on.
Yeah, that's exactly what he tried
I bent down to pick it up, and she kicked me in the fucking head.
Right.
Is that what he said? Is that what I said? He said?
That's what he said, but then it turned out that he had been in that store, like, all day, and, like, some
trying on stuff and dropping stuff. He's just got fucking kick marks all over his head.
He's got bruises, black eyes. All right, Mary, take care of the kid, will you?
Okay.
Thanks for the story. It was really hot.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
You make me hot, Opie.
More hot dressing room stories like that.
Really?
All right, Mary, thank you. Let's go to Billy in Nolens. Billy, what's up?
Hey, the show's getting a little bit too hetero. I'm going to have to fag it up a little bit.
All right.
I was over at a department store when I was about 13, 14, got all worked up in that little bra and panty section.
Yeah.
Then went into the little changing room and started jerking it. But I had to pee, so I couldn't come, so I had to pee there first. Then after I peed, I was able to blow my load in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes.
Holy shit, you're like a fucking goat.
After that, all I had to do was shit and vomit. But my next question I got to y'all is, if y'all really want to stay on XM, why aren't y'all telling everybody to fucking sign a petition or something? Because I tell you what, I have a sales force of 20 vehicles with all XMs in it, and if y'all are off, I'm fucking getting rid of all 20 units. I know it's not a big deal, but, fuck this shit, man.
Billy, it's starting to look like, we're going to be okay with this whole merger thing, and with the merger, it's going to give us twice the audience on satellite.
Yeah, so. I think we'll be all right, so you don't have to worry about it.
We're taking a wait-and-see approach right now, but
very presidential of you, that.
But I'm serious. All indications are that, we're going to be okay, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Taking a wait-and-see attitude.
All right, great. Thank y'all, guys.
Thank you, Billy. I appreciate it. This guy's classic. Let's say there's more to this other story. Oh, by the way, 11 o'clock bit. Guy in outhouse story, because it's about 40 minutes long. So at 11 o'clock, we're going to play the guy that was found in an outhouse. He couldn't help himself to the point he was actually camping out in an outhouse, waiting for girls to take dumps.
Not a new one either.
Let's say hi to Brandon in Illinois. Brandon, what's up?
Which would have been fine,
No,
if it was brand new.
It's one of these outhouses you see at campsites where they dig a hole in the ground and it's just a fucking hole.
Dan just started laughing at me, though, because I didn't realize how silly I sounded. Like, anyone would crawl into a new one to look up at some pussy sitting down on it, but not a used one. No, it would have been okay if it was new.
This is one of these horrific holes they just...
I'm an ass.
They dig the horrific hole and then they put the outhouse on
top of the hole. So it's a shithole.
You ever look down into these things? They're beyond disgusting.
Yeah, it's like the gateway to hell.
Brandon, what's up?
What's happening, guys?
Hey.
There's a college campus story for you.
Oh, this is sexy. Well, now it's not.
There was a guy that would hide behind the bushes, like in the springtime, it was, I think, spring or fall, hide behind the bushes and start jacking himself to all the girls that are out sunbathing, and then when he was ready to blow his load, he'd run up to them and, spray them. He did it like 3 or 4 times in one day.
Oh, that is fucked up.
Never caught the guy.
How did they not catch him? He's leaving evidence like that around.
Well, I was pretty tricky, so...
All right.
The guy was.
Yeah, we hear that.
God, we're getting...
Ripping off my bit.
God, why didn't we do the creepy bit sooner?
There's so many creeps.
Our audience is filled with creeps. Let's go to Neil in Virginia. Neil, what's up?
Not too much, boys. How you doing?
Good. What's up?
I got a story about a guy masturbating in a store. I've been doing loss prevention in department stores for about the past 7 years, and a couple years ago I was working at JCPenney. We had this creep come in, and he went to the lingerie department, starts jacking it all over some panty displays. He finishes on the display, ruins a couple pairs of panties, and then tries to leave. We go out and grab him, bring him back. He tells us that he has to get out of there soon because his girlfriend's across the street at the Planned Parenthood getting taken care of.
Getting an abortion, huh?
Indeed.
So he was doing all that while his girl is getting an abortion. Jesus.
Jacking off on panties in a store. It's like, how the fuck did I...
Let's go to Dave in Tennessee. Dave.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Dave.
Hey, my wife, when she was younger, used to work at a restaurant that had a drive-thru, and she said just about every weekend, and it was more than one guy, people would come around, order just coffee, and when they came around, it's some middle-aged guy with no pants on, raising the eyebrows like he's going to get these girls.
How did they not just dump the fucking scalding coffee on his ball sack?
Yeah, they got the weapon right in their hand.
That's
God,
what she
that'd be
said.
great.
And you were right, Opie. She said it got to the point where it was nothing but funny almost, because of how pathetic these guys were. They weren't afraid of them. It was such a joke.
I think most of the time women are just rolling their eyes like, oh, what a creep.
Yeah, just a ghoul.
For the most part. All
right, thanks, guys.
Can you imagine the balls you have to just pull up to the drive-thru without any pants on? Brad in Texas, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing today?
Good.
Whenever my wife takes me to the mall, we go to Victoria's Secrets, and obviously I really don't mind being in there, but just to fuck with her a little bit, I always will grab like a pair of panties or something on a rack, and I'll rub it against my face when I close my eyes, and I'll lick my lips, and I'll rub myself in my unit a little bit. And every time I feel a hand grab my arm, and she's like, let's just get the fuck out of here. That's fucking excellent.
Very good.
You know how many times you're on camera doing that?
Right.
People are just looking at you going, who is this creep?
Okay. Here's the second half of the story. Man arrested for taking upskirt pics in dressing room.
Now, Teddy did tell us he found that camera that investigators caught him holding, and he said he was just going to turn it in. Well, you decide. Investigators say the video that they just released helps prove their case that Underwood carried the camera in the dressing room, which we just showed you. Police also tell us that they examined the camera, and on it, they found the video that had been shot in that dressing room right next to him.
There you go.
I got a new camera bit, by the way. It's a lot of fun. Just snap pictures of people's faces, old ladies, because, I don't want guys punching me.
Well, let me set this up. I'm walking with Ann. He goes, dude, you got to check out my new bit. I'm like, what? And he's got a camera.
Digital camera,
and he just runs up to women walking right at us, old women.
Like 6 inches from their face, and I snap the picture.
And just start snapping pictures.
I just snap one picture, and the women freak out. They don't know what to do. We were laughing our asses off Friday. We leave the restaurant, and it's me and then the whole staff. And I go, this would kind of be funny, I think, of just snapping, going up to an old lady and just putting the camera right in her face and snapping it. And one lady turned around, and I snapped the picture, and she went, ah, stupido, stupido. And I got a picture of her all blurry, and her mouth is all contorted. It's a funny bit. Then Opie suggested that I put it on video mode.
Yeah, well,
because I got video mode now on this.
I always think YouTube.
So yeah,
.com.
And it's perfect because I tried it out on the way here today and got a couple of women. Really, it shakes them up. It's hysterical. They go, ah, ah. They scream.
Right.
Put a couple up after a few days.
Yeah,
we'll have to do that on the walkover.
You got to get a montage of video clips of old women.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're even closer than 6 inches. You're right
it's like right in their face, and they don't know what the fuck's going on. Some just look and don't even care. Others get petrified.
All right, we're talking about creepy stories, and this guy, I'm taking his word for it, on the instant feedback, he goes, the creepiest story ever, and he sent us to a website. I'm just going to read this cold.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not even proofreading. Headline says, police, man hides in bathrooms, drinks boy's urine. Columbus, Ohio. A Central Ohio man allegedly told police last week that he likes to drink the urine of adolescent boys.
Oh, dear.
Alan Patton, 54, is in jail after allegedly telling Gahanna, Ohio police about his affection for urine. Police said Patton goes to family restaurants and movie theaters and waits for boys in a bathroom stall. Investigators said he shuts off the water to the child-level urinal and puts a cup in the bottom.
Ah.
He goes back and retrieves the cup and drinks the urine.
Clever.
Patton allegedly told police that he leaves the stall after the child leaves. Listening to him describe it, it's like listening to a crack or cocaine addict. He's addicted to children's urine. Fuck.
Wouldn't that be great if a fucking little hairy midget walked in there and he thought it was a kid, took a piss, drinks that, and then finds out it wasn't a child? It would probably disgust him.
He's been doing this for years, and he told us he's been doing it for over 40 years.
Wow.
Police said Patton told them it makes him sick, but that it's almost spiritual to him. He allegedly added, "I like it because it makes me closer to them, like I'm drinking their youth." What a creep.
Like piss vampire.
A New Albany, Ohio father played a role in Patton's arrest. He told someone at a movie theater that Patton was staring at his son in the bathroom. The theater employee then called police. Officials said Patton is a registered sex predator who was convicted of rape 13 years ago. He's been collecting and drinking urine in cities around central Ohio. Oh, my God. This story's about a year old, by the way, but bravo to the guy who sent that, and you're right.
It's like one of those old-time soda vending machines for him. The little cup falls down and the urine goes in it, and he picks it up and swigs it down.
Now, someone is yelling, story of month goes to Ohio. No.
That's a good one.
The story's like a year old. We can't use old stories for that bit. Mark from the Bronx. I worked at a hotel on 37th Street, and there was a repeat guest known as Naked Guy. He would constantly order room service and act surprised when we walked in on him naked watching gay porn.
Gay porn. Jesus. Worse than regular porn. I hate when the fucking room service people or housekeeping just barge
right in.
Like usually, you got to put a robe on or something.
Well, now
they're like, yeah, housekeeping, and they walk right in.
Well, no, they've seen it all, so they now knock as they're opening the door.
Yeah. That's why you got to just keep a boner the whole time. And just actually lay on the floor in front of the door, spread eagle when they're coming in.
All right, let's say hi to John in North Carolina. John, what's up?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good, man.
I'm going to throw myself under the bus.
Yeah.
This happened like 8-10 years ago. I was working for a small construction company in Florida, and we were doing a little job at the beach, and the public restrooms, the boys' side, girls' side, and in the middle, there was a door to access all the plumbing and stuff. So me and the foreman figured out that if we busted a hole in the cement block in the girls' side, you could access the middle where all the plumbing is, and just hang out there and watch the girls come in. So you learn some nasty, nasty things. Women don't sit, they squat. I was in there and saw a girl pull a tampon out, and then my damn watch beeped like it was a certain time. Scared the shit out of me.
Then what happened?
Oh, my God. I got chicken shit and I left. I don't know what the foreman did, but basically we went undetected. But just some of the reactions and stuff of the women coming into the bathroom. I don't know if it was a reaction from the hole in the wall or just how dirty the bathroom was, but my pervert switch flipped, and man, I ain't got too much more to the story, but I'll tell you what, it was
what happened?
Unbelievable sometimes there.
What happened after that, though?
Actually, nothing. To be honest with you, I hate that the story's so lame and shit, but
yeah, but
nothing.
If you're going through all that trouble, like what happened after
the hole was made?
Yeah, what happened after that?
Then what happened?
Oh, we would go in there, or I would go in there, or take turns and stuff, and just poke our eyeball, down there at the hole and look, because it was right where the valve was, where you push to flush the toilet.
Yeah.
And it was eye view level of their asses.
So
and
yeah. So what?
It's just it was a fucked up thing.
That sounds like it. What would happen after that?
Nothing really. Nothing. I mean, I just got chicken shit enough to where I just left out there and I didn't want to do it again because I could see myself, being arrested for shit like that.
And then what happened?
Nothing, man. Nothing happened. I didn't jack. I didn't do nothing. Actually, later on that night, a few of the memories and stuff like that would add to the jack. But, other than that, that's all. I never got caught. We did it a few times.
So what would happen? So what would happen after that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Then what happened?
Nothing.
Well,
nothing.
You can't just say nothing happened.
After
Obviously,
what you
something
just
happened.
said.
So what happened next?
Well, just went back to work, did our stuff.
And then something obviously had happened.
Yeah. What happened then?
Yep.
No, never got caught.
No, huh?
Nothing like that. It was just,
but after the whole thing's done and
so if you didn't get caught, then what happened?
Oh, nothing. Just hanging out at the beach and stuff like that. Like I said, we were doing a small construction job, and watching all the girls and stuff like that. That's all.
Oh well, then something obviously happened. So
kind of lame.
What was it? What was it that happened?
Yeah.
Nothing. We just never went back in there.
So
and the county came by and...
All right, wait a minute. So you're trying to say nothing happened after that, but obviously something had to happen.
Yeah.
So
after that, what happened?
Yeah, so what happened?
Open Nancy, I swear, man, nothing happened. I swear, nothing happened.
Well, something had to happen. What happened?
No, man, nothing happened. But you know what, though?
We have this theory if nothing happened, then at this point you would be dead because something had to happen.
What happened
after that? So
then what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, just nothing. We never went. I never went back in the bathroom and stuff like that. Pervert switch got clicked off, and it's kind of funny. I don't do construction anymore. I became a nurse.
Oh, so obviously something happened.
Yeah.
No, nothing happened.
That's what you're doing now? So what happened?
I'm a nurse now.
And then what happened?
I don't wear white shoes, so you can tell Jimmy that when you see.
All right. Thank you, John. That's a good story.
I'm sorry it's so lame and shit like that, but yeah, it was a little, just looking at the women's asses and stuff, and then pulled a tampon. That was pretty much the end of my story.
All right. Thank you,
tampon.
Sir. All right. Y'all take care.
All right. Very good story. Thank you, John. Thank you, John.
She pulled the tampon. I wanted to hear what happened. That gag.
All right. What gag? Shut up.
Exactly. What? Ooh.
Hey, line of the day sponsored by BowDogFight.com.
Yes.
All right. Here is the runner-up line of the day. What kind of birds do you have in the background?
I'm telling you, you really are very ignorant.
Young lady.
You really need to...
What is it? Is it a can Harry?
And you know what I'm talking about because you're not a gay man to begin with.
What happened? Can you put... I didn't... What happened?
What happened? What happened?
What happened?
Then what happened?
Then what happened? What did we just do?
Runner-up line of the day.
Oh. No, what did we just do for last...
We've been talking 2 hours.
A great radio show.
Oh. Thank you, Than. Than, what happened? See, it's what... Oh, that had a... Just take a look. It's like peeling off cards, isn't it? It's like you got your hand and you slowly peel the cards away and go... Is it an ace and an ace?
We share everything with our listeners. And today was a very distracting day for the Opie and Anthony show. Yeah. Extremely distracting.
Steve came in wearing assless chaps.
As much as like
again,
as much as a lot of the X-Hammers don't really care about regular radio, Ant and I care a lot. We like to keep all our options open.
We care, damn it!
We really do care.
It's still real to us.
And that's why we ask you, to just help us out and support the local stations when you can.
Yeah.
Well, we've been riding on horrendously bad ratings for 2 straight months because they had a break in the ratings. And we just found out today that we turned the whole fucking thing around.
No, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Don't fucking tease me.
I swear to God.
Don't tease me. Let me see.
We turned the whole
Let me see.
We turned the whole fucking thing around.
Let me see. Come here. Come here. Let me peel it off. Hold on.
So.
Wait a minute. Oh.
Yeah.
Thank God. Fucking A.
So.
Oh, was that annoying the shit out of me all day? Wow, that.
So we've been.
That looks good.
Yeah. I've been just.
Whoa.
I've been sitting here just staring at my BlackBerry for the last 2 hours, and finally we got some news, and we could all breathe a sigh of relief around here. Let's just put it that way. We were in.
Wow.
Not a good. We were in a not a good place for the last 2 months. In a horrendous place.
No. Now we can really start calling it in, you motherfuckers.
All right, so let's start the XM show.
Let's pack it up.
Was the runner-up line of the day good? Was it me?
No.
Fuck, then who cares?
Was it me?
Play it. Who was it?
It was you.
Oh, I didn't hear it. My headphones were off. I was trying to get Opie's attention because I knew he had some numbers.
Bodogfight.com sponsors line of the day. Here is the runner-up line of the day. What kind of birds do you have in the background?
I'm telling you, I mean, you really are very ignorant.
Young lady.
You really need to.
What is it? Is it a can Harry?
I mean, you don't even know what I'm talking about because you're not a gay man to begin with.
That is really good.
The can Harry. Because it's like a guy's ass.
I think today I got line of the day.
Oh, nope. Any clue? No, huh? He didn't nod it at you.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Here is the line of the day that
you were pitching him.
That doesn't feature your pal Opie once again.
Oh,
I'm on the biggest losing streak ever, I think.
Jesus.
I know, I'm not the funny one. Go fuck yourself.
You're blue.
Bodogfight.com sponsors line of the day. Here it is. Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
Sickos.
Speaking of Panic at the Disco, someone is panicking in the other room. So why don't we take a break? That's one of the many emo bands out there, just trying to sound hip with the kids.
That pink tie, he looks like a turned-on dog. Bono!
I love the Bono
Jimmy
out.
gets line of the day, and he only played half a game today.
I know.
What the fuck is that
Half
about?
game, full line of the day.
Very good. By the way, we did not call in this show. That was called a joke. Someone goes, stop making excuses while you're calling it in.
Calling it in? Holy fuck. We had a pisser today.
We were just making a joke, you ass.
How much fun was talking about being a dopey kid and then feeling up the bras?
All right, we got to bail because they're going to try playing that story about the guy hiding in the outhouse, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, hey, thanks. For the ones that understand the big picture and they do support the local stations, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lou.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
There's a virus spreading in our area. Will it affect you? Find out on the next Opie and Anthony show.
The virus made my genitals rot off.
I don't really have the virus yet. I'm kind of itchy and stuff, but I don't really have the virus.
That virus you're always talking about.
El virus de Opie and Anthony.
Line of the Day is brought to you by Bodog. If you'd like to vote on any of the weekly show polls, go to iliketolisten.com.